Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wraithe. Here with the Roll for Chaos crew, out and about and ready to pout. I don't know, something or other.
Wow.
So today we're going to be moving through all the iterations of crazy that we can possibly find, all the different arrangements and positions and all kinds of strange maneuvers and actions, and hopefully save people's lives and murder other people and find secrets. Those are the things we're hoping to do. But first, Steven, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Me? I don't. Hi, everyone. I am Steven, also known as El Deviant Devil. Things about myself. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, native Oregonian.
Someone dox him real fast.
Doxed!
Spontaneous as hell, and I am a gamer, and I like computers.
I like turtles.
I like
What
turtles.
a weird dating profile thing.
Not that little kid.
I mean,
I like turtles. You know, that little kid.
So to mix this up and make it interesting, nobody can say the same stuff that the other person said before. So about the same topics. I mean,
no one else can be a gamer.
No one else can be a
Nobody
gamer.
else.
You're not allowed to be a gamer. So thanks, Steven. And right from there, we're gonna move along to Rob. Rob, you're up next.
That's not how this works.
Today we're shaking it up.
Jeez. Well, first thing you should know about me is I don't like change. And I don't like things breaking from habits and patterns. Okay. Let's see here. Some fun facts I usually do about myself is I formed not in, but in the lobby of like the CSO, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, once in high school. Didn't go then to see what they were doing. We just were there to perform in the lobby for some ambiance. That's it. And then when we were gone. And I also did so in tights, which was great. So,
I can find pictures if anyone wants to.
Yes, please.
That sounds like that would be very fun. That sounds like a very cool experience to have had.
Oh, it was great.
I'm moving right along from there to Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays. I can also find pictures of Rob when he was Senior Pirelli in Sweeney Todd, where he's in some pretty cute heels and very curly hair. He curled his hair.
Powerful.
He curled his hair.
That's
It was very cute. He'll sing it from time to time, just randomly. It's very at that point I feel like I'm gonna get murdered because that just feels ominous. What about me? I have a horse. Well, I lease a horse. His name is Levi. He's a little shit, but I love him. I also in middle school tried to teach myself to be ambidextrous. It did not work, but I tried really hard. I spent a year and a half trying to teach myself to be ambidextrous. No,
For some of us, it's just a dream that's unattainable.
Really do that. Yeah, you like it's. I'm sure someone could, but that person is not me. To be able to do that. That's what I got.
Fun fact: I tried to do the same thing because my hero is Dritz Jordan, who is ambidextrous, and I wanted to be something like him, and I'd failed horribly.
I'm sorry, Ty. I thought we couldn't do the same thing. Shannon's got me.
I was agreeing with details. I wasn't talking about myself in that same way that all of you are.
You just said
exist outside the rules.
I
Moving right along to Shannon.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm left-handed. And sort of ambidextrous in that the world is fucked up and not suited towards my handedness, and therefore I had to adapt. Also, fun fact, I'm married to Tyson, who could probably tell everyone one nice thing about me.
One nice thing about you? You are constantly trying to make everyone around you feel seen, heard, and exist in the world that we live in, and make sure they know it.
Okay, I was supposed to be like...
That was wholesome, and I was really hoping it would have been like her shoulder blades, because we were just talking about how her shoulder blades distracts boys.
Thank you. Yes.
No, you asked me to say something nice about you, and I'll say something nice about each and every one of you.
You did, but I didn't know you were going to go that way, so thank you for... Thanks.
We'll move right along to Sinan, speaking of nice things.
Oh wow, you do the speaking of, but in like a good way too. Sometimes that's nice. Hello everyone. My name is Sinan. A couple of just random shit about me.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, originally from Turkey. Most people here know that. Came to the States in 2010 and basically here ever since. Not ever since. I go back whenever I can. Other fun facts: I used to be a cult leader in elementary school for in a cult that was formed in my first and second grade. That's a very
Not
interesting
surprised.
story. Although I'm making that sound much cooler than it is. I was a puppet leader. Someone else was pulling my strings. It was funny. Our god eventually got killed by one of our classmates. It was very dramatic. And what else? I work in film now, but before this, I was a theater actor, and for some reason, all the roles I was playing would eventually always die on stage. So I've like had multiple stage deaths. It's fun. It's interesting.
For Sean Bean.
The Bean method, I was gonna say. Yep.
Yeah, actually, when I think about it, I never thought about that. Now that makes me feel better about this because I used to think, why is that happening? And someone said, it's because you don't look like a villain, and so you make villains interesting, or you're just one of those people who, if we kill off from the beginning, people just already feel sad instead of just like spending time to get to know to feel sad. And I was like, that's nice, but I'm getting small roles now because of that. That sucks. What else? I once got kicked out of a bakery.
For
What'd
what?
you do?
I didn't do it. The person I was
Well,
with did something, but it was
No, so which
Sure.
in America?
in the Turkey.
Okay.
Kicked out of a bakery.
And I love horror movies, and I've probably seen or know of each one. In
Well,
existence.
that's some good information to know
What are
about
your
you.
thoughts on Zombievers, Sinan?
Zombievers.
I mean, I know of it. I haven't seen that one.
Don't watch it.
It looks interesting. It looks it looks
Are
like a fun time, ironically.
Are we talking about like the semi-aquatic mammal?
Kind
Or-
of. It is basically a horror softcore porn with actual zombie beavers. So
Oh, weird.
Actual zombie beavers as opposed to fake zombie beavers?
as
in
opposed, they
some
found beavers.
Yeah.
The real
Agent
zombie
Zombies.
beavers.
The real life zombie
Yeah.
beavers, not those fake Hollywood ones.
Speaking
They
of
brought
real
in
life
authentic-
zombie beavers, Strat, you're up next.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stratfall, and some things you can know about me, myself, and I is that I'm Mexican. Así que mi lengua natal es el español. Entonces, si han odiado mi pronunciación o se han cansado de cómo digo las cosas, esa es la razón. And something else you can know is that my work, whenever I'm not doing silly voices in here, is that I'm a civil engineer. So I do a lot of construction work, a lot of coordinating, executing, and the like.
Well, that was the first time I've heard you speak that much Spanish before, and can I say, I liked that. That was nice.
It was steamy.
That was very
yeah.
nice.
My
Romance
my
languages.
little only high school Spanish educated brain was like, I'm picking up every third word and I'm not understanding what's I would just 404 myself, but it's fine.
Don't
So,
worry.
so everybody, thank you for being here tonight. We, of course, appreciate you, our lovely audience. And, of course, if you wish to, share some information about yourselves out there, too. And, get some dialogue going if you want. But here, on the main screen, we're going to return to the weirdness that has become Wraith. That has become this entire game at this point. Everything's gone topsy-turvy, upside down, spin around and round. And we're returning to that. Last time on this show, we had found out that there was some danger involved with one Alice McCree very soon, that there's some sort of portent of her untimely demise in a very short while on Avalon. So everybody raced across the stars as quickly as they could, pulling a GM maneuver that you should never do, which is just to hasten everything along very quickly so that the derailing that is inevitable with this crazy crew can't happen. And then we moved on to the next story bit where they have gone in and decided to engage 2 different manners at once because of the limited time frame. One of which they believe they were going to go have a conversation with old Carl, with Uncle Carl, and the other in which they thought they were going to go steal something from a museum. Doesn't seem to be turning out. Steel Team 6 was on their way in, and at the moment it doesn't seem like it's turning out exactly as desired. So, first up, we are moving back to the initiative order, and that means, Sinan, you get to choose which party we're following for the first part of this. Are we going Steel Team 6, or are we going to the Narrative Mansion?
Oh boy. Oh no, so much responsibility. What did I say last? Well, you asked me this the last time too, and I had a logical reason. Now I don't remember it.
I don't know.
It's a new day, Sinan. Start from the beginning.
You chose the talking team last time with reason. Just
I think the logical, comment is that still Team 6 has a cooler name, so they should go first.
I mean, that's a fair point. Plus, we ended on the narrative, so thematically,
it's true. You found the ascot of Alice covered in blood.
But also, I want to know where the fuck Alice is. So, I mean, it's all kind of part and parcel. You got this.
Let's do that then. See, it seems like I'm the captain who listens to the crew. The crew has spoken. Oh, there you go.
What did we say?
No, not authoritative here.
We said both.
Oh, you said both
of them.
Oh shit! God.
Yes, I agree. We should.
Talking team first. Okay, fighting.
You're going back to the
first.
talkie team. All right, talkie team over at the Carlsberg Manor is the one that we'll be following around first.
Is that a cheese?
Jarlsberg is a cheese.
Jarlsberg, that's right.
Carlsberg is not a cheese. So yeah.
But it's stinky if it was.
Not with that attitude. It's not a cheese.
It will be now.
So we have returned to the individuals at the Carlsberg Manor. Make sure you have that map up. That's where we happen to have our Wolfie Boy. We've got our Lizard Man. We've got our Ghost of Eras Past. We've got, Elfin Hiding. We've got Dark and Shadowy. And we've got, just the Littlest Bean. All of these individuals are now in this area. So we're actually going to turn back to... Let me get the one thing. Where is it at?
I thought that was very reductionist, calling me an elf and hiding.
A few too many. Well, all of them were reductionist.
I assumed you were Ghost of Eras Past. That was just my assumption.
All
right, so Ulfang, you're up first. You were the one that was kind of sniffing about and moving around. At this point, Nova had run around the corner and seen Alice's ascot covered in blood hanging off a statue nearby. So that's where we left off. Everybody was kind of stretching out, moving up each edge of this stairwell. So what does Ulfang do?
I'll Ulfang sniff the hat, see what it is, and how Ulfang can help.
So
try to get scent.
Give me an aware roll for Ulfang, and with scent he has a +4 to the roll.
Ooh.
my ascot.
Oh, I was trying to find Ulfang's stat.
Do you have the sheet for him still put on your hotbar, or no?
Yes, I do. I click. It not appear. Ulfang confused.
You got to double click right in the middle of where it says aware. It should highlight in blue, and then you just up.
I'm doing it. You're treating Ulfang like idiot.
Sorry, Ulfang. I rolled for you.
Ooh.
So you got a 25. With that high of a roll, you can tell that this is a human lady's scent, probably a little bit of an older one. Happens to be blood that's mixed, so it's not just hers. Something else is on this as well. You smell gunpowder, metal. You can also smell some rotten flesh. And the smell of the woman seems to come from the direction you're heading up the path.
Blood mix, also scent that direction.
So he points out the direction you're heading up the stairwell you're walking up, Nova is the one that he's kind of pointing towards.
I'm doing the thing that the dog from Up does, like that.
Just point your whole body in that direction.
Instead, just like there.
You see his tail like go straight out behind him as he faces in one direction.
Are we still in? We're in turn.
You are, yes. So we'll move on
Okay.
to the next individual.
I will react emotionally when it is my turn.
Okay, Era. You see Ulfang turn around the corner, make that statement. What are you doing as Ghost Era?
Great. Well, first thing I want to do is crest over here, since I don't have to worry about the climbing as a ghost, I'm hoping.
As you move up to that position, you find yourself up against a wall of the building. No, you don't. Never mind. You do go over the wall. Hold on. So I gotta make sure I can actually move you.
No worries.
So you find yourself over an aqueduct. There's a large snake statue that has water pouring out of it into the front. You can see, lilies and things like that within. But there's windows on the building front in front of you, and you see a dark, shadowy shape just kind of move by inside.
Okay. And how far away would you say is the building?
For you, it's only like 5 feet in front of you. I mean, you walk up to it to where the wall is.
Oh, like the snake is on the
It's
building?
attached to the side of the building, yeah.
Oh, great. Could I just use my movement to just go through the window that I saw the shadow going past?
You would, but as Era, you realize that would be cheating.
Oh, that's fair. I don't like cheating. Instead, I will simply is this over? I see looks like a giant gate. Is that the entrance to the building?
Off to the left of you, which
Yeah.
would be technically Era's right. Yes, you believe that's the entranceway.
Great. Then I want to finish my movement coming to the side here.
You come around the corner and you notice that it's almost like a mausoleum or a graveyard. There's statuary. There's gravestones which have like little quotes on them and things like that. The ground underneath doesn't look worked, so obviously nothing was ever actually buried here.
Gotcha. And then I think the last thing I want to do is, just like other Era, I want to activate my Eternal Eyes.
You activate your Eternal Eyes, and as you do so, you see very brightly around you a different building. Nearby, you have a whole bunch of like hedges near there, and you have a whole bunch of like other people standing around you, as you can now see through your regular eyes.
Oh.
That Era is standing in a different compound, like 150 miles away.
Yeah. Cool. So I can't. Got it. Yep. Great. I'll
This
turn
is
them
just
off.
this is just a very briefest hint of you here.
Yeah. All right. Come on through the bad mausoleum. Well, it's not a good mausoleum, but a bad cemetery.
As Era yells that out. Aiden, we move over to you, standing there next to Z at the other stairwell. You can see Ulfang guiding Nova. Nova looking a bit frightened or terrified or emotional in some way, which we'll find out here in a moment.
Well, what are you thinking? Are you feeling adventurous? Shall we go the opposite way?
That's a bold question to ask me if I've ever felt adventurous once in my life, but sure!
Okay. We're going to go adventure and look down around here and see what's up.
All right, so start moving over in the direction you wish to go, and I'll describe what happens as you get there. Walking up and around the stairwell, you have now moved yourself in weird ways. What are you doing?
It's his
Oh,
own
I'm
stuff
sorry.
to move and
I
what
was
it's
trying to
waiting
got
scroll
on.
you.
with my keyboard and it was moving me.
There you go. So as you come up to the top of this, you see a large pool. It does not look very clean. Whoever has lived here for a while didn't seem to use it for swimming or whatnot. You can see that there are animal refuse within. There's probably ducks that settle on this pond on occasion. Within the center of it is a large statue that looks a bit like a sarcophagus, only the object on top, the individual it's supposed to represent, is half sitting up and holding a bow and arrow.
So much for a groundskeeper. This is intriguing, though. I'm gonna observe the statue a little bit more.
You move over to it a little bit closer. Give me an aware roll.
You just like it because you're a Sagittarius.
Maybe. Another fun fact about me.
20.
Hey,
Look at that.
see? Sagittarius.
With a nat 20 on there, you will determine a bit about it, obviously, already. But you have two options. One is, do you see an object there that will enhance your own powers that you might be able to remove? Or do you find a switch immediately that will unlock the main door?
Oh, Tyson.
What'd you say? Power? I'm assuming you said
Power!
power. Of course.
You can find your own way in this damn place.
So, situated directly around the necklace that is on this statue, which you can tell, by the way, is partially automaton. It seems to be a clockwork mechanism of some kind. You believe that moving it in a certain way or having it point in a certain direction might resolve some puzzle somewhere else that you haven't run into yet. On that necklace, however, is a gemstone, an aetheryte stone, that probably was purchased for the beauty of it, but you can sense deep within it a wellspring of life energy.
Oh, good power. I will... Ooh, will it mess up the puzzle, though? Shall I try to work the puzzle out before taking the amulet? Nope, I'm gonna take the amulet, and then I'll work on the puzzle on my next turn.
Right, on your next turn, you can cross the water and attempt. But we'll move to Nohu at this moment. You're standing there between everyone. Nohu, you and your friend... Where did Crackpaw go? He's still waiting way back there. So do you want to start with Crackpaw first?
No, who will start first, running about, barking as loudly as it can be.
Almost bark.
He's making barking and yipping noises and lizard noises.
Yeah, in a sort of manner of, calling to attention, like, hey, is anybody out here? But really, he's speaking it all so quickly and so loudly that it all might as well be just normal barking.
Give me a tough roll to see how loud your barks and noises can be. Because you got that little diaphragm,
Yeah, I gotta be squeaky.
Oh, that almost got a nat 20. With an 11, you got some pretty decent pipes on you. And as you come up around this corner and you see that machine thing in front of Aiden, who's kind of looking at it covetously, you see the side of the building to the south of you. A few windows up above. One of the windows has some sort of shape move in front of it, and then it shatters, and you see glass falling down. You see something that resembles an arm come out the window and splat on the ground nearby.
Oh, an arm falls down. Completely.
Yes.
Lick it.
Where to?
What'd you say?
Where to? Around.
It landed right here. Over there by the side of the building.
I'll be
Big Sherry, thank you for the gift subs. Everybody gains +1 ace.
Yay!
Yeah, second movement over there.
You'll have to move here first around the edge of the pool and then over, so you won't
I'm
quite reach it yet.
But I can fly.
Right, you have wings. You just wish to fly over there, then that's fine.
Yeah.
And
you fly over.
That's cheating.
And land before it. He's not Era. It's not the same thing. So landing right in front of it, you can tell that this arm seems to have little gears and cogs that are causing it to twitch and move. And as you get closer to it, it just kind of turns and goes and hits the ground and comes towards you. And then it says something in TikTok.
Huh. I think I understand.
Yes, dance number?
Connect, desire, connect.
Oh, he wants to connect. All right, I know what I'm doing my next turn.
So what is Crackpaw doing now?
Well, you know who loves cheating? Crackpaw loves to cheat, so he'll try to, considering he knows that all of this is like 20 years into the future for him or something like that, he'll try to remember if he knows this building and if there's like hidden entrances or maybe where the laboratory may be hidden or located where the most, precious materials are usually kept.
Give me a brains roll. Let's see what you can remember.
Experimenting. Brains.
And that is an 18.
Crackpot doesn't like that. Crackpot can do better.
Does. Okay, fine.
Just one better.
19.
No,
Plus
that's
one.
That's not the Crockpot way.
There's another one. A
But
14,
no,
that's less.
that's less. That's less is not equal to Crockpot.
Critical failure.
Just letting all of them go.
All
Making
the
all things
aces
fair.
on this roll.
Back to a 9.
Back to
Come
18.
on.
Is it doing weird things?
It is
Everybody else.
slowing
There we
down.
go.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
it's
some
like
we have some
doing a little
internet
jig.
slowness happening. Hopefully our children aren't like streaming something big. 28. That's about as high as you can get without getting a nat 20. So, I mean, you keep that one? Is that what you're going for?
Well, yeah.
All right. So, this used to be your house before you died. So technically, you know what this house is. You do know that there is a large compound around it that happens to have a few key items that will open up and turn off the defenses that are normally here if they actually are active. You also know that there's an entrance on the west side of the building around the corner that just has a little like a torch sconce type thing that'll open it up and access the interior of the manor.
All right. Well, it's not my time anymore, so I don't care about the defenses and whoever they could possibly hurt/kill. But more things to experiment with are always good news. So I'll head over to the switch.
All right, so to get there, we'll require you to walk all the way to the west and then south on the edge of the map.
All right. Crockpot's movement is.
If it's not
What is
listed there, it's
Crock-
5. It's the standard for Skixon.
Yeah, it isn't. So he'll just start to scurry about.
All right, so he scurries. He jumps
Yeah,
up to 10.
10.
So there you go. And moves right along. We go from there to Zeta. Zeta, you're up. You hear, you see Nohu just shouting and whatnot and walking up the stairwell. You see Aiden kind of turn around the corner and you hear a soft gasp and oh my. And then you see Crackpaw get on all fours and start running at
Oh
you
my.
while Ulfang's off to the side pointing and Nova's doing emotional things.
Okay, I'm gonna go stop Aiden from feeding Abraxas things, I'm sure.
All
It's
right.
life magic, actually. It would suppress him, I would think.
You
We
move
would
up
hope,
the top, and you see Nohu standing next to a twitching arm on the ground that starts like crawling
Cool!
towards him.
That's not unsettling.
And you see Aiden looking at this fountain with this half machine like statue thing with a gemstone around its neck there, and he's like starting to move towards it.
Do we know what it does?
I believe it's a puzzle. It unlocks something around here. And the stone.
Okay.
The stone is emanating life energy.
I'm gonna let you take that one. I'll try and figure out this puzzle. Why don't we do that?
Let's do it.
So to actually access the statue, you'll have to get into the water,
The
or
water.
you can look around the edges or whatever you want to do.
I'll get into the water.
All right. So you
What's
step
the worst it is? Acid?
step over the edge, and immediately upon touching the surface of the water and starting to go down, you get an oily sensation as there's obviously a film, a little bit of like sticky, slimy moss kind of grasps around your ankles and your knees. Remember that you are short, so it comes up to the middle
Yeah.
of your chest.
Cool.
It is very
You
cold,
had water
damp.
skippers.
and yeah, you see bugs like moving around in there. Occasionally, you see like the little backward arm movements of little creatures beneath the water.
Steven, are you grossed out by water skippers?
No, not really. But the rest of all the bugs, water bugs
Seems
are.
creeped out by
Birch
water
would love
skippers.
this. Wish
Yeah.
it was Birch here.
So from that position, as you're standing within this water, looking a little bit closer at it, you can see that there's a bunch of little metallic components all around the outside of this horse/statue thing.
Do they look like buttons, or do they look like just metal pieces?
Give me an aware roll. You do have good moonlight out here right now, but it is dark. Remember that. The only light you're currently having like come towards you is actually from the manor itself. With a 20,
Dirty 20.
you see little segments on the sides of this, right where the joints are at, right where the base attaches to the statue, that seem like they are cogs that you can push to change positions.
Ooh, okay. Can I push it? Can I push it to face towards the house and just see what happens?
So you move over to the statue, and then you proceed to try to twist the whole torso.
Yeah,
Give me a strong roll. Let's see if you're able to do so.
I'm good at that thing. I'm good at that thing.
Whew. Okay, with a nat 20, do you force this thing? I mean, you're going to force it, one way or another. That's a really strong roll. One success will be that when you force this, you trigger the mechanism, even though you break it. The other one is you will not damage the gemstone and will potentially not trigger the alarms for your allies, or the defenses for your allies.
You had me until the alarms part. I was ready to ruin Steven's day until you mentioned the alarms. But I can make the thing happen. I don't know what the thing is. No, we won't trigger the alarms, and Steven can take a stupid gemstone.
All right, so Zeta moves over to this thing, climbs a little bit up the statue, grabs a hold of it with 2 arms, and then using a strength she's not used to having, I suppose, suddenly twists this thing, and like the sound of a giant neck snapping, you hear a crack as all of the machinery
Holy
inside
shit.
breaks. And as it twists to the side, it just kind of, and then it twists over and falls with its face and the arrow in the water. In the distance, you hear click, 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 click.
Solve the puzzle.
Yeah, you did.
You see the gemstone fall off the neck
Quite an
into the
impressive
water.
manner.
And as it splashes into the water, you see like plant life begin flourishing around it.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
Can I just pick it up and throw it to Aiden so he can have his precious?
You grab a hold of it and just toss it over. It leaves your hand feeling soft. Like you've just
I think we have a
moisturized
new friend who would rather enjoy this.
it. As you like pick that up, you hear from the background.
Oh, I can feel you fading already. What's the matter?
Get it away! Get it away!
I can't hear you.
I hate it!
Ah, peace.
It does seem to drive out Abraxas's constant noise in the back of your mind a little more than you might have otherwise anticipated.
Just love that for me. Yes.
All right, Nova, you're up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll go in the direction that Ulfang is pointing.
Okay, so you come up around the corner, and you see the old walkway. You remember the path. You're holding the ascot from your mother in hands, kind of obviously very nervous. The fact that Ulfang stated that it has multiple bloods upon it gives you the impression that she had a run-in with some of her dad's creations, obviously.
Right.
So, moving over here, you see the large door, and you know that your Uncle Carl never entered this door without a rather massive set of keys that he always had with him. You're not sure if it is going to be open or not.
Just picture a janitor's keyring.
Yeah, right. Or just like the one janitor key ring with the big giant key, like in all of those movies where people are trying to escape from jail.
Totally.
It's just fun. Can I get to the door?
If you want to climb the hedges, it'll just require an agile roll instead of going around the path. They're only about 4 feet tall. Oh, you could fly over them. I forgot about your wings temporarily. Most of you have the ability to fly, it seems, so, you know, whatever.
Honestly, Nova forgets about her wings most of the time. So she's going to try to, like, scramble up, you know, for a second and then go, oh, right, and then...
All right, you unfurl your cape and it becomes your big wings, and then you just fly over the edge and land in front of the door. You can see the ghost of Era standing nearby. He's standing there with his eyes beaming white light, and he's just kind of head going all back and forth.
You okay?
Well, one of me is.
One of me is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. I'm good. I'm worried about Era, but you know, bloody ascot here. The incorporeal. He'll be fine. Yeah. Try to open up.
So you get close.
But actually, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm going to like cross my fingers and like hold my breath, and then try to open the door.
As you go to reach for the door, you hear a soft whirring noise, a little metallic sound. In the distance,
A friendly metallic whirring sound?
in the distance, you hear a loud crack noise as someone breaks a statue of some kind, and then you see a bunch of tiny crossbows come out of objects nearby and point at you. And then there's click, 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 click as they all start firing in your direction.
What did I do? I didn't know he booby-trapped the door.
So there are now 6 crossbow shots coming towards you.
I duck.
All right, give me defense rolls. Yes,
Well,
Eric.
actually, can I duck underneath that table over there via us 90s kids running away from bomb threats and hurricanes and tornadoes and all the other things?
You're gonna sprint as fast as you can and try to duck underneath the stone chair.
Yeah, just I want to Aloy, slide.
Okay. So that is 4 distance away. I will let you move 1 for every defense roll you make, as you're trying to make it in that direction. Era, did you have some way you wanted to help?
Can you help me? Oh, weird goggly-eyed Era.
Well, I don't have much that can help with that, but if things go bad, I have ideas. So I think you've got this. But if you need help, I got you. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. So give me your first defense roll. The shot comes out, dink, and it has a 4 to hit you.
Where's defense?
It's directly under your picture, your portrait. All right,
Well,
you dodge, and there's a dink as it hits the ground next to you, and you keep running as another one's coming right up behind you. Give me another
Kinda
defense
like,
roll.
Shit.
Yep. Another one. This one gets a 10. To your 10, you succeed on that one, just barely.
Is Ulfang far away from friend?
Very far at the moment. She went around the corner at seeing you point, and then just flew off into the distance.
Oh.
So with one more movement there, Nova, this one you hear a little tearing noise, and it seems to have caught your pants leg and cut like a little stripe into it. But you have continued moving. That's your second one. Roll for the third one. This one gets a 10 to hit you. And you got, that would actually be a 16, because you have taken another defense. You keep moving. That one just goes tink into the ground, so it's tink, tink, tink. So far, you got 3 left. Next one comes at you. That one's gonna hit you, unless you could beat a 17.
It's an ace. I got an ace.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 16 though. That should be 2 higher. It should actually be an 18, because this was the roll before. Because you keep marking defense every time you make a defense roll.
I'm not marking it. It's auto-marketing it.
Yes, you're supposed to. All right, next one over. You have another one coming. So you have dodged all so far. This one is under the table, which means you defend successfully. You're at +4 to the defense of this one. And you have one last one as you're completely under the table. You're at +8 to your roll. So go ahead and you can roll this with your full defense.
Oh,
this
so
one?
These crossbows are like tracking. It's not like
they're just going.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And
I thought they were just shooting at the one spot.
She gets under the table at this point. There's a loud ding. You can see it bounce off the wrought metal of the table, and the bolt is kind of deflected. And then you see these little things going, zzz, zzz, and then they just stop. So apparently those that get close to the door are going to get fired at the moment. Do you say something, Nova?
Stay away from the door! There's lots of, random crossbows!
Couldn't afford a gun, I guess.
Ulfang, it's your turn again.
I think friend in danger. Ulfang, come to help.
I was probably screaming a lot.
I imagine.
Run.
All right.
I run next to friend in order to be able to protect.
So you can get to here because you have to run up the staircase and around, and then you're going to have to go over the hedges. So give me an agile roll to jump the hedge. It's 4 feet tall.
Thank you, McSherry.
There, it worked.
It
showed up on my screen, but it didn't say what you rolled.
It was a nat 20.
It was not. It was a 5. And that's a 2. Why is it not counting your rolls? That is a 20. That doesn't...
I told you it was a nat 20.
Yeah, I think we count that one.
No, I don't understand.
I see the
what's
20.
happening.
The 20's on my screen.
It was literally 20.
That was his third roll.
But it was a
Okay.
20.
But it's
So
the
when
only
I
one
said
that showed up.
They were
On
working.
my screen.
Oh wait,
Here, hold
It's
on.
funny.
Try this again. So
I'm doing all the.
What do you think, audience?
try doing it once more from what I just shared with you, and see if that.
Oh,
happens.
there's another.
Or
voice
you
thinking
can
it was.
just.
Where
Or you can just roll a die.
all the
D20.
things that I've like put in my like little tab and underneath, none of them seem to be working now for some reason.
That's so weird. Do you have? Maybe it was.
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
There
This
it
is my
goes.
fourth roll, man.
There you go. That's a critical failure.
He said,
Ulfang, do you really want to repeat your first attempt to climb a fence ever in a game? Apparently no. In this game, you can use an ace, so he gets a reroll, and he jumps the wall this
I
time.
think you should have gotten a free ace on that.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't know, the first time Ulfang ever tried to get into a city, it had those standing spiked poles in the ground, you know, the logs that are pointed at the top around this wooden fence, and he made it up halfway, then got caught, and then fell all the way to the ground. It was, you know...
It hurt.
Fell on the other side.
He did. He
But
made it
I
in.
did answer. Yes, it was good. It was success.
All right, so you leap over this hedge, and then you can start moving a little bit further. When you get this close to the door, you see all those crossbows turn towards you, though.
Shield up.
Shield up in front of you, and then suddenly they fire. 6 shots come firing in your direction. You can make a parry action with your shield to block these.
I press shield block.
Shield block. So give me a shield block roll. And you got a 16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You block all of them into your
These are
shield.
Stupid arrow things. You can't hit nothing except for my pants.
So they are currently reloading. You see them
Very bad
slowly
aim.
reloading.
I run to direction to help.
And you rush over to the side near Nova. So Ulfan comes running towards you with a whole bunch of little crossbow bolts sticking out of the front of his wooden shield.
Oh, hey!
Hey. Those statues throw a sharp arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? I'm trying to get in the door, and I think I maybe tripped a booby trap.
Oh. Booby trap.
Yeah, just a trap set up
You did a trap.
for boobies.
I'm confused.
So,
Which door?
it is now Era's turn.
Great. I want to just. I won't go up because going up is cheating, but going inside is not. So I will float inside.
So you float
you go
to the other side of the door.
You float over to the front of the door. And as you get in front of it, you just walk up to the front, and the door's locked.
Right. But I just move through
Give me
it?
a magical roll to see if you can figure out how to squeeze through a small space.
Okay. Well, here. How about instead I just use the open door and just pop out of physical realm, walk through the door, and then pop back in.
You
that
just
work for
appear
you?
on the other side.
Yeah.
On the other side, you find yourself inside of a large den, signs of a struggle all around you. You can see bullet holes all over the place, as well as black stains that seem to have come from some sort of substances that are rapidly decaying even still, letting off a foul and noxious odor. And in the distance, you can hear the sound of clicking, as of sharp nails upon wood.
And can I see anything that I think might disarm a trap nearby?
From
Do I
within?
see a little box that's like got like a beep beep beep, like you have like 30 seconds?
So you turn to the side, you look around. Give me a brains roll.
Yeah. Bam. Brains. Ooh, my brains should not be that good right now. I was using a.
That's definitely not.
I used what was it? It was borrowed mind. But I will guide my hand. I think actually.
Okay, you pull from the energy of yourself from far away, and it comes back as a 10.
All right, I'll just use an ace. Do I? So if I ace right now, do I keep my God My Hand bonus, or do I go back to my actual brains?
That aces re-roll any roll you've made. So if you put that on a guide my hand, it'll still work.
Great.
That is a 21. This time,
So I
looking
almost got
around,
that one.
you can see a couple of little mechanisms. It looks like a clock of some kind, with the hands all pointed in various directions. And you think that it has to do with how you unlock this. But do you know what time it's supposed to be set for?
Maybe there's a clue in the
No.
room.
High noon. It's definitely high noon. She's a cowboy.
It's not Alice's house.
It's not Alice's house. No, I don't. But I do know how to break a clock.
Will that fix the problem, though?
See, I feel like this is more like Resident Evil, and you need to just like turn things over and look under stuff, and there'll be a random time.
I think Arrow would just start like just turning the clock.
You just start spinning it around a bit.
Just
Give me an aware roll to see if you notice anything.
Yeah.
McSherry says 420.
That's canonically the first place Arrow goes
All right,
to.
so you don't notice what's happening.
Okay.
And we'll move now to Aiden, out back in the garden, as it were. The pool, the machine broken in front of you, kind of dipping into the water, but you've caught the little gemstone now.
All right, Muscles. Do you see anything else around here?
Was not used to the whole strength difference from dust to not dust.
Apparently.
No, not currently. I might on my turn in several minutes.
There are windows on the glass, obviously, side of the building.
Oh, that is true. I did see your little friend. Know who I think you said? He's playing with a mechanical hand. I did see that. I don't know if that's concerning. I feel like it should be concerning.
Aiden, you see bubbles rising up in the water around Z.
Z, you may want to. You know what? I will swoop in with my wings and just get her out that water.
Wings.
You see Wings just, he flies over, grabs a hold of you. Give me a strong roll, Aiden.
Oh no. Am I strong? I'm so strong, you guys. I am so negatively strong. Like
8. With an 8, you grab a hold of Z by the armpits for a second, and then he does that, lifts you up like a foot,
so
and then
small,
lets
though.
go of you accidentally and starts cartwheeling through the air. As you are going to be banged into the statue if you keep that roll, Aiden, unless you want to.
Oh,
small,
fine,
though.
ace
You
it.
can lift
Whatever.
a child.
Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm like
strong.
3 foot
Wow.
tall.
Wow,
With
Tyson.
a 12. With
wow.
a 12, you're able to pick up Zeta, and you narrowly get above the statue, flying over to the other side of the pool.
I didn't want to take a chance. There was bubbles around you, and God knows what's in
I
that
feel
water.
like piranhas was probably on the docket. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Nohu, you're up. The hand is crawling towards you, asking to be attached.
Well, first I'll do the faster thing and use Crockpa to continue moving over to the torch holder. I
Okay.
just can't see Crockpa anymore in the map. The area it is. Oh, there we go.
You can see him
Thank
now.
you.
Sorry about that. He wasn't part of Party Vision
No.
for some reason, because maybe he's a bad guy. I don't know.
Who knows? Never. Anyway, does vaulting over the railing, does it requires?
With Skitter on, no. You can just go straight over it as a climb action. But it will
Skitter-on
take...
sounds like a Pokemon.
It will take 1, 2, 3 of your movement to get there.
Or a Decepticon.
Skitter.
So I have 3 movement more for. And where is the torch holder located? Now that I'm
It's
here?
around this way. If you can see the arrow on the map, it's around the side of the building.
All right, I'll move over here first, and then I'll continue on my way.
All right, from
And
there, you can look to the side, and you can see Nohu about to attach an arm to himself, I think.
Yeah, of course, he's already doing it. He's already grabbing it and putting it on top of his head to be like a sort of like a horn hand.
All right, so where do you head from there? Just close to the side of the building?
Yep, that's all of my movement, my 2
Okay.
action of movement.
All right, so then
We need to get
Nohu
out of here
grabs a
before he
hold.
equips it with rockets.
He grabs a hold of the hand and turns it with the little grasping side that has these little metal bits and goes to put it on his forehead. Does anybody say anything?
I'm currently hiding under a table with
I think
a
Eden said what he
giant
wanted to say, which is we need to get
True.
out of here before he equips it with rockets.
All right, so Nohu, as you bring this thing up, you can see these little grasping metal bits and a little screw, a couple of little screws in there just start spinning up, Zzz, getting ready to insert themselves into your forehead.
You know, honestly, this could come in handy.
I don't see how anything can go wrong.
So you allow it to happen?
I'm
Of
excited,
course.
Billy.
So it just
I
kind
feel
of
like Z would start to say something and then realize it's maybe not her place and then stop.
give me a tough roll to resist damage as it proceeds to start trying to drill into your face.
Tough, 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 tough.
That is a 10. That's not high enough. So you're
I'll
going to take...
call endurance to this.
Okay, I'll give you that. You are doing something that requires a lot of endurance.
Okay.
14. You didn't meet the metric yet either. So as these metal barbs, tiny clawed hand type things start digging into your face like little spider legs, and the drills begin going into that notch right in between your eyes that's just all bone, an intense searing pain starts to fill your forehead. As you take 3 points of damage, you got lucky there, and then it just starts to try to attach itself. It makes your goggles go a little bit wonky, and your eyes begin to cross even more than usual. And then you start hearing it vibrating inside of your skull.
Hey, play nice.
But
Or I'm going to have to
Attachment
punish you.
failure. Attachment failure. Attachment failure.
it starts saying,
Oh man, you just don't know how to play nice.
Cannot
Anyway.
find intelligence. Cannot find no neural pathways. Cannot find a way to control unit.
Oh man. Oh, what? See if you can, integrate it or something. Make it all work when I think about it.
give me a
And
brains roll as you try to
thoughts.
convince this thing how to make it active on your head. With a 14, you talk it into trying to connect to your facial muscles.
Now connecting to solar oculus and integrating into sinuses.
You feel a sensation like your nose is full of phlegm suddenly, and your eyeball starts stinging. Now when you look to the left and look to the right, the little hand on top of your head goes...
I'm becoming better, stronger, faster, prettier even.
I'm so pretty.
And
Oh,
even
so
more
pretty.
powerful. So I'll use the hand to try to smash my way into the house, straight into the
All right.
wall.
So you walk over to the wall and you proceed to go and just slam your face and the hand into the wall. Give me a strong roll. Okay. Now roll a d8 plus 2 damage for me. 8. Nice. Nohu, you slam your face into that, taking 1 point of damage to yourself, and there's a loud pop crack noise as the arm breaks as you slam it into the wood and stone wall, hard enough to shatter the arm and the forearm attached. It now dangles
Wooden
and
stone
goes...
wall?
Incompatible can wire bridge and camera.
And now you've got a floppy broken arm just kind of sitting there across your nose.
Oh man, this doesn't usually happen. I'm sorry. It's just the expectation. It's just new. I didn't know how to handle it. The university really is lacking on resources. Really, how do they leave things like that just around? Shoddy craftsmanship.
So it did cause a bit of some splintering of the wood on the outside, but it's a very solid wall, and this thing that was attached to you wasn't like super powerful or anything, unfortunately. So Z, what do? You see the kobold walk over and just to his
So
face
concerned.
and just ram his head into the wall, snapping the arm.
Aiden, is he okay?
Honestly, that's the least destructive thing I've ever seen him do. So I'm sure he's going to be
Very
fine.
concerning. You do recognize that's concerning, correct?
Yes, even I can recognize that, but you can't tell him anything. He destroys artifacts and he goes on great adventures and he wreaks like a path of chaos everywhere he goes.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna say he
Great.
reeked of reefer.
You know,
That too.
it almost came out. I don't know why.
He reeks of reefer.
You said there were windows on this side of the
Yes,
wall, right, Ty?
on the bottom floor, they are metal graded, so they've got the metal bars on the inside. The second floor up, however, does not have those, and that's where the window shattered when the arm kind of got sliced off and fell down here.
Gotcha. So, like, we have a couple options. I could try and bend the metal on the first. I'm feeling really strong. Like, unnecessarily, like, there's weird vibrato happening. Not vibrato. Vibrato? Not the word.
Bravado.
Anyway.
Bravo.
Yeah, there you go. Bravado. I was like, vibrato is a singing thing. Or you could fly us up and we could go through those windows, because I assume we're trying to get inside. That's just the base assumption.
I mean, I could barely lift you out of the pond.
That's fair. Maybe I should try. I'm gonna
We
try.
could try, though.
We're gonna try and bend the bars and just see if I can do it.
Okay, so you move over.
Adventure way to get inside of things.
You move over pretty close to Nohu, and you have glass on the outside first with the bars on the inside, and then another layer of glass. So you have to break the glass first in some way. How do you wish to do that?
Just punch it.
All right, give me a strong roll as you just slam your fist into it. Remember that the glass is going to push up against the bars, and ouch!
No, it's okay. We're gonna ace it. We're gonna ace it. It's fine. It's fine. What
and
the hell?
Ouch again.
Maybe I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
And
wow.
ouch a third time.
Wow. Do I wait? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. That's the last one. Better,
12
but
is
still not
enough
great.
to
Cool.
shatter the glass on the outside and to fracture some of the glass on the inside, but you are going to take some damage to your own hand because you didn't cover it with anything.
It's fine.
So give me a damage roll for your attack, and you take half that damage to the right hand. Bang! Oh! You take 6 damage to your right hand.
Ow.
Do you wish to take that damage? You want to take a wound?
No, I'll take that damage. It's fine.
All right. Bang!
She has a lot of hit points. Like
she does.
A good amount of hit points.
You should try the drilling things into your head. Apparently,
I
it's
would
success.
actually really, just really would like to not. Just not my thing. If it's your thing, that's totally fine. It is not my thing.
Okay, so you smack the glass and take some damage, and you shatter some of it.
What?
You got like little shards of broken glass kind of sticking out of your fists a little bit. Aiden, you just saw her straight up punch panes of glass that are reinforced with iron lining interior and just break it, pull her hand back, and start pulling out little pieces of glass.
This is a very different side of you. Could you hold this for just a minute? I hand her the stone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Borrowed Mind, and I am going to infuse decay into the wall and see if I can't crumble it the rest of the way open.
All right, give me a magical roll as you attempt to pull energy from your patron and use it to decay the wall.
Wow.
It's an 11. That's not great.
You know what? One more ace. I have them. Let's use them. Whatever.
Okay. 13.
Whatever.
I will give you some damage on that.
Number.
So
Okay.
use your dark. No, you don't have dark cloud. Use 2d8 plus your magical for damage.
2d8 plus my magical.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Make it 2. Plus my magical.
Make it blue.
Like so.
Not plus your d20, plus the magical
Ah!
stat.
I think you should add the d20.
So that's
on.
11 points. With
Yeah,
11
11.
points, you see some of the wall decay away and start to crumble somewhat, weakening it. So it's not destroyed yet, but it is weaker now.
Well, no, who? Maybe you should give it another smack with your limp arm.
From there, we move back over to Nova. So Nova, you see Crackpaw like climb over a wall like some sort of weird spider creature, go around the corner and hide in the shadows nearby. And then Ulfang.
And that's not weird. I have had a Skixen friend that literally turned into a weird spider creature and crawled on walls. So this is not that odd.
That's true. So there's you, and there's Ulfang nearby, and then there's the angry crossbow door. And you saw Arrow walk through the door a little while ago.
Well, he's an incorporeal wisp.
True.
Maybe, I don't know how to do this in a turn way. I guess we would wait for Ulfang's turn. But maybe, Ulfang, we can hide behind your shield and get to the door and not get shot that way?
Which way door?
The big door in front of us.
Okay.
Which way's the door? He says to you as he's standing
That one.
It's right
Let's
behind
go.
you. All right, so if you're gonna wait for his turn, you guys can go at the same time since his turn is next. So Ulfang, you turn with your shield up and you try to protect Nova as you get closer to the door together.
And himself.
And yourself. So go ahead and give me a defense roll as 6 more darts come flying at you. So another parry roll with that shield. Bap, 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 bap. 12. You're gonna get hit by 3 of these. All right, there you go. There's an ace. There you go. Shield full up in front of you, just and Ulfang kind of rushes forward with his arms up and blocks a bunch of these shots as you get to the door. So the two of you are now in front of it. Era, you can hear them just on the other side.
I'll be right there.
Well, I'm gonna try to open the door.
It's locked.
It was worth the shot.
Is the little one there?
Huh?
Did we hear little one say there?
No, he's inside. Oh, hey. So, maybe chaos, but you know the little fetching thing that that Stella can do?
Mm-hmm.
Could she perhaps get in there and fetch up the locking mechanism?
So inside the door?
Yeah.
Give me... In this case, it would be 2 applications of chaos. Roll magical. It'd be charming, actually, because that's what Stella works off of. And we'll see. That's going to be chaos.
Balls. Nope.
Can I break door?
You could attempt to, but...
Wait.
But Ufang's strong. Ufang can break things. Ufang broke 5 things this week.
You know what? you know what? Get it. Break the door.
That's chaos, though.
Oh.
So I get to see what chaos you're creating on the door.
On
the doors.
All right, here we go.
Plus
Nova,
she-
let's see what chaos you created in this door with 2 applications, and I will interpret it as I can see fit.
To go,
Eh,
Thank you.
eh.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Something
Okay,
happened.
I'm rolling. So we got a bifurcated jaw now.
This door suddenly becomes a giant mouth. All of the little crossbow edges grow larger into fangs, and then it proceeds to try to bite one of you.
I think I did that spell wrong.
So a massive door mouth comes at you. As it moves, obviously, you can see through the cracks in the hinges in the center.
Yeah.
But yeah, currently Ulfang's in front. So Ulfang, the door becomes an angry giant mouth full of metal teeth, and it bites at you. It gets
I mean, we're
a
opening
26 to hit
This
you.
is a real problem. This is called a mimic. This is a real thing.
This is a mimic. You just made a door mimic. It gets a 26 to strike. It's going to bite Ulfang.
What? Okay. Can I then I want to use my shield thing with Cosmo to absorb some of the damage.
So 1 application of chaos. Give me a magical
Wait.
roll.
Can
Yeah.
That's not chaos.
I might try to ace. Yes.
You're going to ace.
I have big
Also, the chain does that on a reflexive action. That's not chaos.
It's chaos when you're targeting someone other than yourself.
That between the Akata and an attack.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
For your, it has to be attacking
Olfang,
you. It's not attacking.
Then
No.
Olfang, it's a sandwich.
No, that's not how that works.
In the middle.
It is a self-targeting ability. To make it target someone else requires one overload.
Are you gonna ace? That's fine. I can do that.
Olfang's gonna ace. Is that what I'm hearing?
I can chaos it. What are the chances I fail again?
Gee.
This time targeting Olfang. Turn him into
No.
a
Sure. No. Okay. I trust chaos.
Okay. That's fine. What am I rolling? Magical?
Magical for this one, yes. Nat 20! Okay.
I protect the pooper.
With a nat 20, do you double the defenses, or triple the defenses that this provides to Olfang, which will basically make sure that he takes nearly no damage? Or, when you do this, does the door attacking and being slightly hampered by your creature, by Cosmo, does it get broken, leaving an opening that you could crawl through?
I'm gonna go ahead and just take the triple blocky damage because I feel like we can break the door all by ourselves.
All right, so give me 3d8, and that's the damage you'll reduce from this attack against Olfang. You have blocked 17 damage to the 20 damage the door would have caused. So Olfang, you only take 3. Something kind of comes in between you, and you feel like your skin is almost harder as these like barbs come down and crush against your shield up, and it just pokes into your shoulders.
Ow. Now I bite back.
You're gonna bite the door back?
Yes.
All right, well, give me a bite attack, so it'll be a strong roll.
I was already planning on nibbling on it, so why not? Strong roll.
Yep. Somebody's racing their car in your area.
Yes.
All right, that's a 10.
I roll.
That's what you're using as the 10? All right.
Is that what you're going with?
With a 10, I'm going to give you...
Ah, shit.
All right, there's a heal to Olfang.
There
you go. With a 21, I will give you a d12 plus 5 to the damage.
So plus you got a heal, so now you're all better anyway.
So what I roll for damage?
Roll a d10, or d12, excuse me. d12 and add 5 to it.
Ew!
Oh. 6 points of damage. 6 points of damage has caused a gouged section as you bite off some of the wood and tear it, that shearing noise. You pull a small plank from the door. It's enough to fit an arm through, but that's about it. And then the door kind of moves back and then gets ready to bite again here in a moment. As that happens, the scene fades, and we move to the other crew in the other location. So...
Please use their God-given name, Steel Team 6.
Steel Team 6, we come back to you. At the moment, this is going to just be a cinematic type thing, so you can react to each other. You are coming up on the museum, and you can see the lights on inside. You see someone moving indoors, kind of moving back and forth inside the building. But you are getting closer. So Cal, how do you react first to this scene? Your friends are all coming in behind you. So everybody else can feel free to, engage with the scene as it starts.
What was the map's name? I'm trying to find it in images.
Oh, it's the Wraithe Ep8 Manor. If you close all of your maps, I can reopen it or reshare it with you if you need. There you go. You've got it now.
Oh, there we go. All right. So there was some movement inside, yeah?
Yeah, there seems to be something inside the building.
I'm gonna sneak and take a peek.
So you sneak up to where at? From where you're standing, you could go straight north, or you go up to the porch and look through the window there, or off to the side.
I'll do off to the side, but
right.
Crouch over there.
So Cal starts moving towards that side of the building to look inside. Era, you're the nearest to him, and Penny. So the two of you standing there, what are you doing as Cal starts just creeping over in that direction?
Oh,
I think I'm gonna keep following Era. So
Following Era? Okay.
oh,
so
great. And so that means as I turn back to see what you're about to do and see that you're following me,
Start
I have to
circling.
make a decision. So-
Actually, you take a few steps forward looking around her to see what's happening, and then suddenly you're seeing inside of a building, or
Yeah.
around the edges of a building, and you're getting very dizzy because whatever's happening, you're like being moved around a lot.
yeah, and you cut that off as well. Okay. Ugh. Okay, there's no clock in this one. Okay, I'm here. This one. Hi. Yes.
Hi.
Good.
should we go follow the green orky guy?
The green gork.
Yes. What a great idea. Yes.
Do you want a piggyback ride?
Oh wow. Yes. I always feel weird asking, but yes.
It seems like you need one, and my back's empty and you're dizzy, so that makes logical sense.
Wow. This is amazing.
So as you turn around and he like climbs up onto your back and you give him a piggyback, he's lighter than most children you've carried on your shoulders before.
I'm not sure Penelope should be carrying children, but
I mean,
that's fine.
let's
And I'm
just
just
say.
gonna lean down like, I'm so glad that the fundamental rules of existence are so broken that we might all just cease to exist soon because you're delight. If that's what it took to meet you, I'm kind of down for it.
So the two of you head over there towards
Some weird
Space
shit
Nandor.
right there, Anna.
We move back over to Darian. You and Todd standing there over the side. Todd looks over at you and goes, "All right, what now, boss?"
Well, I suppose we should follow them, don't you?
I mean, your call.
Oh, my call. Well, I don't know where we are. This is a weird-ass world. It's got me a little off-kilter. So, let's just stick with the group.
All right, then. Do you need me to carry anything for you?
Yeah. And I just, like, literally just pile
He
shit
just
on
puts
him.
his hands out as
like,
it goes
my
over the top.
bag, the laptop,
I thought
the
you were gonna-
drone.
Climb on his back and make him give you.
I literally,
I was waiting.
literally was so close.
I was
doing
waiting
it.
for you to make me.
I mean, it can't come off as weak, though.
All right, so you
Not
start
weak.
walking around the
You're
corner
not
after all of
male,
them.
That's just alpha E.
And Todd
just
just
make
kind
him,
of
like, carry a chair with me on it.
Todd's wandering there with a tower of Jenga of items just like
There's
in front of
never
him.
felt strong.
Just
I also
making
really
sure
like
he
to
keeps
think
hold of them.
as you're walking, you're picking up like rocks too and just chucking
Oh,
them
yeah.
on
Putting
top.
a
Oh,
few
yeah.
on there. You're making one of those little, standing rock statues or whatever.
Like,
Making it
kicking him in the back of the heel,
Yeah.
like, don't trip, don't trip.
You're a dick.
And Birch, you are standing near some lovely trees, and you see some more hedges off to the right. One of them seems to be angled in a way to make it resemble a star from the top.
Oh, that's pleasant. Is that tree sad?
The tree is not sad. Remember, it seems to have been decently taken care of. It is a little
yeah.
dry, but it is not sad.
Alright, I'll just keep walking forward. I don't necessarily have anything specific to do.
So
but-
as you step out into the
Plants.
middle of the area, you can see
Oh, there's
bunch
a
more-
lot of stuff over here.
You can see that there is a small fountain with some sort of little angel type creature standing there in the middle
Aw.
of it, spraying water. There happens to be these little tables or something, maybe. They have little circular patterns on them, and the light shining down on them makes them show some sort of shadowy thing. And then off to the right, there's like a shed or something, some sort of garden-looking utensil sitting out in front of it. I feel like a little square building that has a moon and a symbol on it.
Oh. I want to see what the shadowy thing is first. What is the little thing that's casting shadows?
So you walk into the middle, and
Yeah.
as you're standing in this little
I step in a bear
Star
trap.
Grove area, you can see that at the edges of each one of the star points is a small sundial. But each one of them seems to be pointing in different directions.
That's not how the sun works.
That is not. And that's where
I
we'll
am
move
a plant. I
move
know
back.
that's not how the sun works.
That is not how the sun works. So Cal and Penny and Era, give me an agile roll as you sneak close to windows to look inside all at once.
I will be smushing my face.
Just against the window. Era, you're gonna fall off of Penny's shoulders.
No!
Unacceptable.
Hold on.
Guide my hand.
You guide my hand. Penny, you're gonna drop Era off your shoulders. But Era's gonna pick it up in the last minute.
And,
got
I
it?
feel myself being outstanding. Like, needs never needed anything more. I feel so strong.
You got it. Good job, champ.
What?
So, you're able to catch in just the last moment, and as you kind of swing back forward trying to catch, Penny's face just squeaks across the glass as the two of you are staring inside. Cal, you seem to have snuck up and peered in very easily without too much of an issue. And within, you see an individual standing there in probably a worker's outfit of some kind, some sort of jumpsuit, pushing a broom and a mop across the floor. You're pretty certain that this is a janitor figure, someone who is attempting to clean up the refuse. And you see him. You all see Henry standing inside. Strat, how do you react? You've gotten this job a little while after the events that transpired in that weird zombie-begotten town. You came to the university to complain for a while, and eventually someone offered you a position with much higher pay instead of fixing any problems that came from Crackpot Industries. So what do we see you doing as you're standing inside of this ancient little museum and just brushing the stuff around?
I guess does he notices the people, peeking through the window?
Give me an aware roll, and I'll give you just roll a regular aware. He has straight zeros on his rolls, so.
All right, perfect.
7. With a 7, I'd say, nah, you don't hear much until suddenly the window goes, and there's a squeak noise. And you could swear you see a ghost outside. A very pale white and kind of see-through face. And some sort of goblin on its shoulder that's like glittering in the darkness.
He'll go over to the window and open it. He'll just peer over to the creatures, things that are just trying to peek in for some reason and be all like, "You indubitable ruffians, what do you think you are?" Thanks. Anyway, why you fucking cats growing hair?
We're not thugs or cats growing hair.
Yeah, what she said.
Actually, we're
lost and need to coincide so we can figure out how to.
We need to call our moms.
That's for that.
Thank you so much. Yes, we would love it if you brought us inside.
Oh my gosh, snacks would be great. Pat him on the back. Come on in.
You pat him through the window. You're standing there, Cal. He hasn't noticed you as the janitor walked over and is just talking to these two through the window he's opened after they slammed their face into it.
Okay.
So we'll just meet you at the front door then, yeah?
Thanks. You're super nice, and I like your mustache.
Thank you, sir.
You see an
That was
orc
me, I'm
suddenly
pretty
from the
progress.
side, nearly 8 feet tall, just come out from the bush. So, I'm gonna assume that you move over to the door and open it.
Sure, I'm not aware if these are visiting hours or not, but who cares?
We seem very nice, friendly people.
So everybody just kind of moves over to the entranceway, and the door opens, and inside you can see a very opulent-looking location, a museum base of some sort. The floor is incredibly well polished.
You own everything.
Very shiny. And you see the man standing there with all of his equipment kind of out at his sides. Now, Henry, you've known that these individuals here at the university have been off and on, not very nice to you or to other people. They seem to be more interested in mental and intellectual pursuits and, advancing science no matter the cost sometimes. And your own, boss that has put you on loan to this location didn't bother to tell you how many creepy, dolls were inside of it that were constantly watching your every move. You didn't like that.
Yeah, and through it all of the advancement and science and alchemy, they have really let the real science, slip by. The science of cleaning, and they don't care that much. So it's a bit of a thorn on Henry's side. So he will remember, you break it, I wasn't here.
You break
it, you did it, you die.
If you dirty it, you die. If you break it, I wasn't here. Got it. So as the doors come open and Darian, you turn and just watch and walk with Todd over towards the entryway where it seems like the janitor, which looks very familiar to you, like someone from a TV show that sometimes you've watched in your world, happens to be standing inside there and just waving everybody in. Birch, off to the side from where you're at, you have seen all these little things, realize the sun doesn't work that way. Where do you head from this position?
Well, I was wondering if I could talk to each plant in the different sun zones and see if they can tell me what time it is.
So you walk over and begin speaking to the bush.
Yeah.
Got it. So as you speak to a bush, give me a charming roll, please.
Why not magical? I'm not very charming. I'd rather it be magical.
Well, we're not disputing you can speak to the plants. We're disputing on how social you are with them. With a 7, the bush nearby, as you walk over to the first one, you go and what do you say? Give me your statement.
I am so sorry to bother you at this time of night. I'm gonna guess it's night. Well, no, because then the sun would be at this time of day. But I was just wondering if you could tell me what time you're in, because it seems like all of these times are different.
Well, the plant nearby, you hear the leaves rustling and the branches kind of twisting, and it says, "Fuck you, I'm trying to sleep."
All right, never mind. My apologies. Someone's a little grumpy.
I don't care. You and your kind are all alike, pretending you think you know what it is to be a plant when you're a pretender.
I'm so confused and also very hurt. I'm gonna just go cry, I think.
Someone got up on the wrong
As
side
you
of the
turn,
bed.
you kind of wander away from that feeling sad. The scene fades to black as we go to our break for tonight.
I'm hurt.
Thank you everybody for watching this weird event. Hopefully you will return with us when we come back in 10 minutes, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wraith. We are
Hi.
doing so great so far.
We
Tonight's
yeah,
game
the
going
great,
swimmingly,
great.
just like the arena fight. Yeah. We are returning back to the events at hand. One Birch getting yelled at by a plant
Rude.
wasn't nice,
Did
and
you hear
there
me,
has
Ty?
been a redemption. So off to the side, as you were standing there, you hear one of the little other sections of brush that is separate but interconnected in ways turn and state to you, or kind of rustles in your direction. No, don't you worry there, darling. That guy's just a real ass. What can I help you with?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he seemed a little upset, which I understand. Like, I don't really know what time. I'm just trying to figure out, like, are you in a different time zone? I feel like, are you in a different time? When are you? When are you? Where are you?
Different
I don't really know this
time?
question.
That's a strange question. Why would you think there's a time thing happening here?
All of the sundials are different, and that's not how the sun works.
It's not, no. But sometimes I see the old proprietor come around and look at these things, and it seems like when he adjusts them, they always point to certain numbers during noon.
Shouldn't that point to 12? Isn't that the point of it being a clock?
Well, that would be the case, I would assume. But I'm just a plant. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
You're
I'm gonna see what
welcome.
numbers they're on, and then go back to my friends.
So you're looking at it in moonlight. So it's a little dimmer, kind of harder to tell. But give me an aware roll.
My dumbass was literally about to be like, I can emit light, fully remembering these are sundials. Yeah, it's a 12.
All right, so from where you're at, as you look around, you see a number 6 and a number 1, and one of them has probably an 8 p.m., and another one has another 1, and then there's a 3.
Okay. I will take this information merrily to my friends because I found a nice plant.
You have no idea what order those are supposed to be in, but you
No, that's
have
fine.
those numbers. So, as you wander away from the plants and out of the center, you see all of your friends at the door. So all of you have been offered entrance by Henry. Henry, what do you do as they all kind of come streaking in? And do any of you remember to wipe your feet?
Oh, you know that Henry has his high power hand vacuum in hand, and whenever like somebody steps forward, it's like zzz, without fail, everywhere from top to bottom, face first, back side, everything.
You all come away
Thought you were gonna
feeling
miss a spot.
ridiculously shiny and very clean feeling.
Now, this doesn't mean much because I don't remember much, but I don't remember the last time I've been cleaned. So thank you.
You remember the last time you were here, though, Era. You're pretty sure that the person you were here with, you stole a letter from and threw it somewhere.
Ooh, let's find a letter. Have you seen a letter?
A letter?
You ask Henry? Henry? Yeah, you picked up a letter earlier this evening. It was tucked away underneath the table edge. As any good janitor would do, you would go up, under, and around.
Mm-hmm. Must be somewhere right in the trash.
Can I have it?
I don't care. Just don't do anything here. I'll have your time hide.
I'll have your darn hide. All right.
Darn or
so,
tad? Tan.
Yeah, I can understand him.
all right, just one moment. I am missing something that I should have, but I
Wait, you all can understand him? What language is he speaking?
I'm not sure.
Janitor.
Okay, so let's see. Where is it at? There we go. So there's a little like scrap of paper written in scrawl. It's obviously your own handwriting, Era. And I don't know if I can do it that way. All right. So it says on the front of it, I saw no truth by candlelight, and dragon's fangs bright glare. Once there stood fern and shroom, now bloom a golden air. The fortune found brings light around. At 5-pointed heaven holds seed, and once the garden spiral and its path, the glass house needs its key.
TLDR, what's the gist?
I know I'm not smart enough to know what this means.
You're fairly
But
certain.
we're smart enough to write it.
You're fairly certain that you just happened to capture this and write it down quickly, as it was something that you saw that the person you were here with before had.
But that's why I know it's not from me. This is somebody else's dumb riddle that I'm not smart enough to figure out. Which means we're on the right track.
It was an oxymoron, but whatever.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Can't you see the version of the history where we get the riddle? We figure it out, and let's just do that.
Sure, one version of me can, sure.
All right, well, let's follow that version.
How do we know which is which?
I mean, we solved the riddle with
the
that.
good news is,
version.
the
All right.
ones of you that are with that version of me are already following me.
All right, well, let's follow you now. And you.
I have no idea what it means.
Okay. I'll
Gonna
make it
rob the
arbitrary.
place or what?
So, smart version of errors. What does it mean?
Does anyone speak up?
I don't. I speak Fae.
I was asking our wonderful GM
If any of your other
any
selves speak up.
voices speak up to me, or if it's just dead silence.
You're hearing dead silence. You hear crickets in your head, like legitimate crickets.
Well, I think you've just got the one version of me right now. So,
Might I suggest walking about the place a little bit first?
yeah, we should just go and I just
Look for
like
clues!
I like do this and then point.
You
All
point
right.
around.
Let's listen to the version of error that's a genius and smart. We're going that direction. He knows what he's doing.
Penelope like neighs.
I
I
guess I'll.
off in that direction.
If you're
Whoa.
pointing in random, I'll just roll a d8 and see what direction you pointed.
Please.
Here we go.
Please.
And you pointed this
7.
way. That is this way. There we go. So over in that
As well.
general direction, somewhere in that vicinity.
Darian's just walking around like, oh, that's nice, and dropping it in his bag. Oh, look at that. Todd, hold this.
Todd's like, yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
That's heavy, but
everyone,
it's delightful.
grab whatever you can too. Let's loot this place as well, since we need to pay the bills.
In a clean way.
Yeah, clean way.
Oh, group. This group.
I don't.
Sure, yeah, I'm gonna catch
Right,
it for you.
you're part of the Sparrows now. We're a collective of pirates. You're a pirate. That's how we do it. Also,
Can't you be like a gentleman pirate instead?
sure, we could be that
We
as
don't
well.
have to steal things.
More of like a data pirate.
Did you just call him daddy?
That's a part of being a pirate.
Data
Dad.
pirate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't kink shame Darian. You know, if you're into green guys, that's fine. I don't.
I mean, have you seen?
His
Do you
butt's
see this
nice.
motherfucker?
Green guys, I mean, you mean orc?
Huh?
Green guys, you
Yeah.
mean orc?
Oh, captain, my captain. Onward.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice call. I like that. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Maybe we should do that more often.
So everybody, give me an aware roll as you're walking through, grabbing random loot.
By the way, I also want to
Loot.
just go to the janitor and be like, hey, by the way, if you want a career change, you can also help us loot and join us. We'll be clean. We swear.
Very.
Has been studying you, boy. You better fuck up.
He said something about your pie.
That's what I caught.
Sure,
Don't hack up.
we could make pie. Yeah, we have a chef that is good, has good rock pies.
I like pie.
Yeah,
Is the
he's-
universe telling us that we
like
need to go to
pie.
the kitchen right now?
So the only ones that seem to notice anything a little weird are Era and Nova.
Oh wait, I need to
Era
roll.
and Penny. Penny. So as the two of you, as all of you are kind of walking about, and Birch isn't here yet. Nova and Nova. I keep saying Nova because I'm looking and reading it as I go. Penny and Era. You find it odd. You find it odd that the only source of light in this room at all, anywhere, is just candles.
Isn't it? It's a nice ambiance in here.
Wait, no candles.
Ira?
No candles. There's
No
lots of
candles.
candles.
No, blow them out.
Actually, can I just
Well-
blow them out? Like,
I can see in the dark.
giant mouth face style?
You're gonna try the giant mouth fae, blow them out? Give me a magical roll.
Wait, why are we blowing them out, Era?
Because he said to, and he's
The
the
riddle.
I'm the horsey.
Oh, yes, yes.
The riddle. I'm not smart enough to figure out.
Oh, you are. You're smart version, Era. Let's blow it out. Listen to smart version, Era.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling magical with Penny.
Oh.
And the candles you blow out.
You just
Take him too. It's valuable.
nothing happens with that roll unless you want to ace.
I don't.
I think instead of doing that, she'll just start going up and like.
Taking one at a time. You find the hard part might be to get to the chandelier above you, filled with candles.
Era.
Birch,
How do you feel about being tossed?
Birch, you walk
Very
in behind them as you
strongly.
see them all putting out candles in the room.
I would like to toss Era up to the candelabra.
Give
as
me a
she's
strong
walking
roll,
in.
and Penny gains an ace from McSherry.
Oh, thank you. I just want this to happen as Birch is coming in, and it's just like the toss up. 14.
Okay. With a 14, you lift and toss. And then, Era, you are what? And there's the chandelier right in front of you. What do you do?
I would love to be like, can I just use like happy-go-lucky to just do a little magical gust to just all the candles gone?
Give me a magical roll. Let's see.
Great.
Nat 20. Do we find out that Era is really good at putting out candles in this moment? Or, while you're up there, do you notice something as you blast them all out?
I need him to be really good at blowing out candles. This is just the most useless nat 20 ability, but I need it.
Era, you can now blow out candles as if you're using a ranged weapon.
Incredible.
So Era floats up into the air and just goes, phew, and suddenly the whole candelabra sways back and forth, all the candles blowing out in the wind. It becomes quite dark at this moment, and as he comes careening back towards the ground, spinning end over end, Todd is there to try to catch him. Come on, Todd.
Go, Todd, go.
Go, Todd, go. Here
Better
goes
not
Todd's
drop
roll.
a single fucking thing.
And Todd, oh no, collapses in a heap, covered in your equipment. The sound of shattering metal and plastic surrounds
God.
it. And you
Oh,
hear
you're
him
so
go,
nice. You caught me so well.
I'm sorry!
Why in the hell do I employ you?
The sun's
Mostly
broken
because I do
outside.
whatever you say anytime you want without question, sir.
The sun is broken.
Yeah, the sun's broken. As I step in, I would like to use calming light so we actually have light to see.
All right,
Um,
so suddenly
got
light
more
fills,
candles.
as the candles all get blown out, light fills the room.
When the candles were out, did anything seem different?
Give me an aware roll to anybody who was looking around.
Great.
We were
good.
all looking.
Speaking of, have we tried to touch the sun? Or sunlight?
Okay,
Why have I
Icarus,
gone?
fuck your
Busy
Why
shit.
have I gone Icarus?
There's a 2.
But I mean, if
and
we're in a
6.
different star or we're in the
Cow,
universe.
No,
does
the
it
sun is
still hurt?
broken. Like, it's fully broken.
I
All
don't
right,
think that's
did
a-
you roll
is that a
for
thing?
Darian? Did you roll Henry? You can use a d20 straight.
Nah, not really. Harry isn't really like even caring about this. He's just going over to Birch to, suck her
Oh, I
up.
am covered in dirt. I
Oh, you
walked
know it.
through a bush.
Suddenly,
That's natural enemies.
you're getting sucked
Really like the
up by
robot and
Henry.
Wally that's just like following him around, just cleaning
Oh,
up
yeah, the
behind.
little cleaning robot and Wally. Or the fish, or was it a fish, or is it the hermit crab in Nemo? The one that really likes to clean.
Oh, it's the my bubbles. Is that the one you're talking
the
about?
Bubbles.
All right.
It's a fish.
Bubbles.
So, in that moment of all the light going out in the room, nobody else notices except for Cal, but there seems to be some sort of glittering on the floor that goes away immediately when the lights come on.
Wait, a what?
You see sparkles, as if, you know those pasty stars that you put on the ceiling of your bedroom at night? As if somebody had put some of those on the floor somewhere. But they go out as the light comes on. You can't see them.
Put out the lights again.
We just did.
Well, it's
It's
gone
turned
now.
off.
There's light.
Stop.
Hey,
Did it show up?
dark. Now what?
All right, so you turn off the lights,
Yeah,
Birch.
just turn off.
You can't
calming
use it
light. I
again
can do it when
for
I
the-
want.
Can't use it anymore for the rest of the scene.
That's
So,
Theatrical.
Cal, now looking off, you can see that there are sparkly stars that seem to lead off into the east.
Oh, that direction. Let's go. Era, you were right. You're a genius. Look at this. It's sparkles.
Sorry, I just wanted to get. I've wanted to get tossed somewhere important for a long time. So, what was that?
You're a genius. You figured it out with the light thing. It's over there. Look at the sparkle. I'm saying it is like you.
Because neither me nor the person playing me remembers any other part of the riddle except I think there was a glass house somewhere in there.
It needs a key.
Yes,
Oh,
the riddle is still in our
It's in your
chat, in the regular
It's in your
chat, if
mind that
anybody
can
wants
see
to
the
read it.
future.
Yeah.
It's in your mind that can see the future, which means
Oh, I see it.
you do remember.
So you
It's
come
just-
around the corner, and you see another set of candles on the wall nearby, and both of them seem to have cast enough light you can't see where the sparkles go. They seem to end in the middle of the carpeted floor somewhere. You blow them out, and they seem to go through the door to the north of you. Henry, this wing was off limits. They did not give you a key to it.
You know, to him it has always been a pain to clean those like sparkles in the floor. They always seem to appear the next day, and it's always been like a bit of a thorn to his side. So just as he's walking, following them around, he's not really following them. He's just seeing the sparkles there once over there once again, and just cleaning them up, picking them up, and seeing as they seem to go over to the door, he'll just open the freaking door once already, see if he can deal with it once and for all.
So you move over there. Give me a strong roll. You have plus 12 to all rolls involving cleaning up a mess of some kind.
That's impressive.
Incredible. Just Abraxas levels, but only in cleaning.
So with that roll, you walk over to the door, getting a 19, and you just boom! The door just like rumbles, the lock shatters, and it swings open. Within, you see the bones of some sort of giant flying lizard.
Can I eat those?
Dragon.
They do appear
Dragon.
to be chained together
Dragon.
and created, not of real bone, but of scattered bones of various other things.
Bang.
And
Are
so
they dirty?
you move to it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off token.
Darian
movement
is
off,
excited.
so-
I think he's figured out the poem. Also,
There's a poem.
are you guys gonna eat those bones? Because
We just need to fake.
Please.
Birch, from your position
Them.
in the back room, from your position, you see a bunch of marionette doll things, all kind
That's
of like
terrifying.
around the corners and the edges of the room in the darkness. Suddenly, just rattle and turn and look at you.
That's
Aw.
unsettling. Has anyone else seen the dolls move? Is that something that's happened to anyone else?
What?
Please tell me that's happened to someone
I'm
else.
feeding my best friend some bones.
Dolls don't move. Those are.
Oh, they are
toys.
definitely moving. They are looking at. Can you not? Can someone please confirm that they're moving?
excuse me, dolls, are you moving?
You see a couple of them move up off their little pedestals and start moving in the
Oh,
direction
they're
of Birch.
definitely moving.
Yeah.
See, it's concerning, right? Like I feel like it's concerned.
That is not good. That's scary.
Hey,
They're
dolls,
marionettes.
raise your left hand if you don't mean us any harm, and raise your right hand if you're murderous.
You see them doing this thing with both arms up and down as they start dancing in your direction.
That's mixed signals.
Okay, something's controlling these things.
And they all start crowding towards Birch at the sound of the door shattering.
I was just talking to a plant.
Standing in the middle of the room, they
used
see
to
you
be
first.
You're the heir. Pick her up.
All right.
Please do not sacrifice
Wait,
Birch.
I'll do
You
jacket
see-
robbery. I'll do
Top of the
jacket
stick
robbery
that
to
Todd's
stop him.
carrying.
What are you doing now?
I'm jacket robberying to stop him. It's reflexive.
You can only use that against intelligent creatures.
They seem intelligent.
So they're
enough.
dumb
they're
but
dolls.
smart enough to come after me?
They are defense mechanisms. They're small automatons, and one of them leaps onto Todd at the moment.
Oh, Dad, how are you? It's not reflexive. Shit.
Todd is
You
hit
do
in
it,
the
Todd.
face.
No,
You see this thing
everything
leap
Let's go, Todd.
forward
reflexive
and just like
for
tear
you.
with little claws. Todd takes
you got
7
worse.
points of damage. You see Todd's jaw just, and you see a bit of bone fall out. He kind of stumbles to the side. Ah! Oh, no! Darren! Darren!
I told you not to drop anything, and I pick his jaw up and just like shove it into his chest.
You see him just like grab a hold of it, and just you hear a loud clock, and he goes, "Oh, oh, ow, that hurts."
Yeah, you'll be fine. Keep walking.
So with all of those there, with the bones of the
Steven, are
dragon
you okay?
creature nearby, scene fades out. We'll return back here later. Here we
I'm
go.
fine.
Minimize that. There we go.
Fine.
Back to the other crew. We find ourselves with Ulfang at the door. You're growling upon it, but the giant
No,
mouth
I'm
door is
chewing
angry
it.
at you. You still chewing?
Yes,
Give me
I'm
another
chewing
strong
pieces.
roll as you keep chewing.
I'm trying to chip parts away from it.
All right. So give me
Someone
another
lives in,
strong
like
roll.
an active crime
can-
scene
yeah.
up in this stream.
All right,
think
that
it
is
might be Anna and
13. The door
Not
itself
this time.
now has a defense roll, but you're able to hit it. So give me another. This one would be a D10 plus 5.
I mute myself so our active crime
15.
scene isn't heard on stream.
We see Ulfang just bury teeth, slam his shield, slam his other arm back and forth, and then he yanks out a whole plank and just tosses it to the side. There's now a big old hole in the middle of the door. Era.
Job, Ulfang.
As you look through the door, and you can see it like starting to slow down and not work so well, you see Era standing there, and like a signal going through a tunnel, you see like sparkles, and you can see through Era even more, and then he starts getting all fuzzy.
Era, are you're even more incorporeally than you were a second ago?
Oh.
Era, you gotta
Cool.
talk like you have static in your voice.
You look pretty cool.
He sounds like that Henry guy in that one horror clicky.
Right? All right. So it is now Era's turn. You're feeling a bit disconcerted as your main focus seems to be on all of the creatures surrounding you and your friends in the building very far away.
I don't feel so good.
Mr. Stark.
Yeah, I guess I will try and figure out this clock before I go, if that's at all possible.
So you move over towards it. Give me an aware roll one more time.
All right. Ooh. Never mind. I'll just roll aware.
All right. Just rolling aware.
All right, I need
Four's
to guide
not gonna.
my hand.
Okay, guide your hand. 15.
15?
I'll give you 2 options in this case. So you will either find a clue towards the clock, or you will find a potential threat for your allies. One or the other. Clue. All right. So as you're staring at the clock, you remember seeing someone, an echo of someone standing here, and you see them sip tea, and then they turn and walk away from the clock.
I don't have any tea.
What time is tea time?
Yeah, I'll turn it to tea time.
Do you know what tea time is in Avalon or at the university?
I can make a brains roll about it.
I might.
You don't know, but you do think someone who lives here might.
What is tea time?
Give me an aware roll, Nova, just to see if you can decipher that. All right, you get it. You believe that Air's asking you what tea time is.
Yeah.
10:15
10:15 is tea time?
in Avalon, or in the university, yeah.
10:15.
Turn it to 10:50.
So you reach your little hand in through the mechanism and kind of solidify to the best of your ability, shrinking down while you do so because you don't have a lot of energy over here. And
I imagine it's like just like my head and arm now. Just
yeah,
kind
give me a magical roll. It's just your head and like your hand is floating there, disincorporated.
I should talk to Cal about having a regular tea time on the ship.
And then, as you move it to that position, you hear the clock chime once, ding, and then the door stops attacking everyone, and the defenses disable. The door then falls inward, crunch, and crunches onto the ground as you, as just a head and an arm, float through it as it falls over you.
And just like a little air ahead and arm just.
Thank you. See one of you later.
See one of you later. All right, so the door is now open. Aiden, you're back out to the other side. You had worked on destroying the walls. I think we ended up skipping somebody, did we? No, we went all the way around. All right, yeah, so it's Aiden. It's your turn at the moment.
Well, apparently they're having better luck than we are, aren't they? Hearing the door slam, I'm just going to go up the stairs and through the front door at this point. Take off.
So Aiden starts heading towards the door. You can see through this little murky channel off in the distance, everybody over there, and of course Crackpaw standing on the other side. Do you want to go that way, or do you want to try to... You can fly over it, too.
Yeah, I'll just fly over to him.
All right, you make it to that far.
Have we found anything else interesting?
Doesn't look like it yet. But Nohu and Crackpaw, it's your turn.
All right, Nohu, try to pry open the bars with the use of heat-induced like claw attacks to really heat up the bars and slice them up and as they melt.
Give me your attack roll. And there you go. Give me a damage roll.
It is the elemental output 3.
Fiery claws come out, dealing max damage, and with this one, how does Nohu just shear open these bars?
It's just like a drill. There's some sort of like drill sound as his hand like starts to tremble, and he just like takes hold of the bars, and as they grow in intensity in a red color, he just like slices down, like trying to peel like an onion, like, and just wiping off the molten like iron or whatever is made of.
It's molten brass.
Brass, yes.
And so tearing through that, pulling out the molten glass and the brass, and moving it aside, there's now like a burning hole in the wall that you can both see into.
All right, action jump. Jumping through the window.
Action jump. All right, so you leap through the window and find yourself inside of a small bedroom. So inside of this room, there is a bed with an ancient-looking symbol upon it. There's a large rug upon the floor, books and things like that scattered around, and scraping and claw marks all over the floor as well.
Oh, there seems to be the sign of a struggle in here with the claw marks.
Yeah, seems like maybe.
Hey, look! Something really big and scary was probably fighting in here. I wonder if its body is around here somewhere.
Great.
You can search around. Give me an aware roll.
Where? Oh, here.
With an 8, you don't find anything at the moment.
I'm going to ace it. Why not?
All right.
With a 9.
With a
Does
9!
that make a difference?
You still don't find anything.
Well, I'll waste some time in here trying to look through the chest and the drawers.
All right, so you go over. Chest is locked. You go through the drawers. You see some clothes. There's a small fireplace nearby. There happens to be some books on various different topics: physics, science, ancient history, a variety of things in there. But none of it seems to be too out of the ordinary for what you'd expect. Kind of boring to poor old Nohu.
No,
Yeah.
who got an ace from McSherry?
There's an ace from McSherry if you'd like to reroll.
Thank you. Sure.
16.
Hooray!
So as you were wandering about the room, your foot catches on something under the rug.
Oh, I think I fell. Wow. Let's see it. What is it?
So you start unraveling the rug, and you can see the edges seem to be melded to the floor.
This is very weird indeed. All right, time to slice the rug open. Slice it
All right.
apart. See what's inside.
So you bring your
beneath.
claw down to try to strike into the rug. Give me a
Scratch,
attack roll.
scratch.
Okay. As your arm comes up and comes down to slice into the rug, suddenly the rug bites you, and you find yourself flung through the air sideways. And we'll come back to you on your turn.
What is with this place and inanimate things biting?
Crackpot, what do you do?
Oh yeah, him as well. Well, seeing as how the door has been opened through very unorthodox methods, I guess, he'll just try go over here and finish his movement inside. That was 4 more into it.
All right, then you go inside.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. The scent of whatever was lingering in here, overpowering what once was Crockpot's own scent all around. Disgusting. But oh well, we'll have to see if the laboratory is still kept fully stocked.
You see many of the old scratch marks that you had left upon the floor still here from ages and ages ago, although it seems like something sort of moldy has grown within them and is bubbling and fizzing in a strange way. You don't recognize that material.
Huh. A good subject for studying then for my next turn, where I can collect some of it.
Okay. Do you move further than that? I think you still have...
I already did the
Okay, you
double movement.
Birch, you're up with, not Birch, with, Zeta.
I'm gonna go in where we opened the window, and I assume as soon as Nohu gets flung across the room, that's what I see.
Yep, so you see Nohu
Where
get,
did I go?
launched to the side. As he's, moving over there and he's going to claw up this rug, you see the rug suddenly slam up against him and then hit the ceiling, compressing off section of the room. And he just gets tossed and crashes into some bookcases. You hear, a crushing rush noise. And then this rug is, basically stuck to the ceiling like there's a new wall in there.
Oh! So it's plastered Nohu to the ceiling?
No, he got flipped by
Okay.
it backwards away, so he's on the other side of it.
Gotcha. And is there anything, under where the rug was, or was it just the rug stuck to the floor?
The rug is now between the ceiling and the floor.
Gotcha.
And there
Are you
was
okay?
nothing beneath the floor or beneath the rug.
You never
where
quite
the
made
rug
it
was.
under the rug, so you still can't see.
All right.
So you have to just peel up. I'm gonna just try and sheer muscle peel up the rug more, I guess.
All right, so give me an aware roll as you look down.
Sure.
Just showing
Also, I
off
can't
that you
find
don't
myself.
have a negative strength.
Z is the strongest character I have ever seen in this game. I am not convinced that anyone will put anything higher than a 3 in strength. Especially this crew. Hey, I'm pretty
18.
aware.
All right, so looking down at this, you can see that it's melded to the floor, and as you get close to it, it seems to be using alchemist glue to keep it attached to the wooden floorboards.
Okay, but it specifically says that I can attempt impressive physical maneuvers that others might not be able to match that border on supernatural. So I feel like I should be able to pry up alchemist glue.
So you can attempt to pry it up or just rip out the floor around it.
Oh, that one sounds more fun. I'd rather just rip up the floorboards.
All right, give me a strong roll.
Oof. No.
It's only a 10. Not quite good enough.
I don't have
you gonna
any
ace
more.
it? You gonna use a
I don't
virtue,
have any
or
aces.
is that it? All right.
I don't think compassion is gonna work. I don't think compassion. I don't. If anyone can give
Barty
me a
has
way
provided you an ace.
Ah, perfect. Thanks, Barty. There we go. Better.
14.
13,
So
14?
with a 14, you reach down. There's a crunch noise as your fingers go against the wood of the floor. And as your fingers are driven into the floorboards, you then find you can grab them from underneath and proceed to start pulling them up. With a ripping noise, you see a hand before a flash of explosive powder gets like blasted in your face.
Cool.
Give me a tough roll to resist damage.
Ooh, no.
Alice, what do you say as something tries to murder you and you decide to destroy it again?
Oh.
Alice?
Yes.
God damn it! Not gonna stop it, you rat bastard!
There's an explosion in your face, and well, you're gonna take a pretty solid hit.
Friend.
15 points of damage, just as you get launched backwards.
Wait.
Give me an
was that
agile
from
roll
me?
to avoid
I
missing.
think it was from you. I think I just got Alice
Okay.
exploded.
So I was just punching, and I'm an old woman.
Give me an agile roll to avoid flying out the window again.
Okay. That's pretty
And
good.
that is a
Dirty
20.
20?
So yes, you have succeeded in keeping yourself from flying out the window. Yeah.
Help.
And Alice, as you
No,
look
please.
up from your position where you were
think there's
hiding
someone under
underneath there, we see a battered and torn old woman who happens to have claw marks and gashes everywhere, is holding herself up with one hand, which you're pretty sure is keeping her organs inside. And she had hidden under this floor after seemingly being killed by the creatures that she had been hunting down. You're barely cognizant, Alice. You had been chasing after your father, and he had ambushed you, knowing you were coming.
I'm fine.
I highly disagree with that statement. It does seem like you're holding your innards in.
Well, that's true, but they are in now, aren't they?
Correct. However, I don't feel like they're gonna be in for. I feel like I have other friends who can help. I'm not a really Healy type of person. I'm more of a rip the floorboards up type of person. Can I get you to my friends?
I mean, I suppose. Yeah, probably. I mean,
Alice, what's the last thing you say before you pass out?
What the hell?
That's it. And then you see her just kind of like slump over to the side.
Okay.
You grab a hold of the old woman, who obviously
I'm
is
gonna
quite
pick her up.
scrapper, and you see that
it's
that was
Alice.
an
I'm
empowered walls
old
from
woman.
anywhere seem to have launched Nohu across the room.
Oh!
Are you okay?
Nohu, you extricate yourself from this pile of books, rubble, and debris in time to see the, some old lady just being carried around by Birch.
Yeah. If my
Oh
guts
my God.
were coming out of my belly, I would be hitting you, God, right now. Stop calling me an old woman.
This is amazing. This is incredible. These books has pictures in it. Wow. Oh, who's that?
Are you okay? Did you hit your head really hard? I feel like you hit your head really hard.
You can see
Does
like
that
the
matter?
flappy arm is all bent at a weird angle, and it's like
still
bones
really
sticking
gross.
out of it.
Can you
I
please take
think-
that off?
I think I'm bleeding from the top of my head, but I don't know if it was the concussion or the arm that I tried to put on it. Could be either.
Both of those are concerning!
And we move from there to the next one in row. Nova, the door has been burst open. You see Crackpaw just walk in front of you. And what do you do?
The door is open and Crackpot walks in front, and then I guess I'd take I will grab Olfang by the paw and we will go in.
Olfang, she pulls you in alongside her until you're standing inside the room.
Oh,
Hey, I gotta cure like wounds for Alice.
There is a cure wounds for Alice. She's not technically a player character right now, McSherry. Anyway, so the two of you standing inside of this room, Olfang, you begin smelling that weird blood scent again.
It's here, somewhere. The blood, honor of blood.
Go get it. Find it.
Okay.
You start smelling around,
Chicken's
and
looking at me like, what the fuck?
You're not.
You sniffled it too hard.
Give me an aware roll.
Okay. I'm aware.
16. With your snorfles, you start smelling everywhere, and your nose keeps raising you higher and higher until you look up. And the ceiling above you is a swarming mass of arms and legs and hands. As you look up, some of these things start moving around a bit, and they begin dropping from the ceiling as you see a whole bunch of strange hand and leg and feet spidery looking things landing everywhere around the room.
Aiden?
Aiden?
Yes, I say from well distance away from the door.
Fire! Come kill him with fire!
Nova, you've got one action remaining. What do you wish to do with it?
I want him to kill it with fire. I shoot one?
Alright, give me an attack roll. The closest one to you, I'm assuming?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, give me the attack.
I'm gonna use Alice's revolver. 18.
Bang! Gunshot goes off. The opponent is struck, and you do 3 points of damage. It just kind of moves to the side and makes a weird glorp noise.
Ew, it glorped. Oh.
And Olfang, you're up.
I run here, and can I attack the one in below me as well?
Yep, you've got multiple attacks, so you
I'm
can hit
gonna
the one
attack
above
the
you.
one on top above me first. One attack, see how it goes. Second attack, see how it goes. Third attack, see how it goes.
All right, give us
To
your
the one
attack
in the-
roll.
above.
So you swing at the first one in front of you.
Oh wait, that's damage.
That's
Never
the
mind.
damage roll. Yes.
Which one is attack roll? It says physical attack roll.
It's yeah, that's just for the damage. So you'll be rolling agile.
Agile. Die.
That is a 5, which would have been really bad if the enemy hadn't walked into your weapon. Go ahead and do a triple damage strike, Olfang. So that is 27 points. So you just shear through. What does it look like as you just destroy this first one with your first swing?
I take out sword. While I'm going there, I'm charging with the right hand and slicing with all my might. And seeing it's down now, I look at the one below. I try to aim it as good as possible in where it seemed like very weak. It looks weird.
Yeah. So the sword comes through, and as it shears through the side of it, you can see all the tendons and ligaments inside of each arm and leg on one side just cleaved as that fleshy belly just opens up and gore just pours out all over the floor.
Try to target as many limbs as possible because the less limbs, the less creepy it is.
Give me another attack as you go into the second one.
That maths.
The opponent is hit. Roll for damage, please. Elfang hits for another 10, this time cleaving right through the center of it, twisting and pulling as it cuts through a couple of other legs. You have one action left.
It's alive. I'll
It's
try to
just-
go for the chest and stab it, and then do this thing inside the
Whirl it
the swords
around.
there.
All right, give me your Twizzler stick attack. We'll see what happens. Nice, you hit. Roll for damage.
Swizzle stick.
Swizzle stick. The sword goes in, and he starts
Ew.
spinning. And there's a... And suddenly that one drops and just starts flailing on the floor as you
How
have
did it go again?
chopped up another enemy.
I can't go back to the group to protect. No.
You can. You only moved 1, 2, 3, 4, so you have 2 left. You can move in front of Nova over here if you'd like.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, I would like to be there to protect my rat friend as well. But
If you move here, you'll be within range to use your shielding.
for both?
Yeah.
I'll do for both.
Era!
Rat friend creepy, but also rat friend.
You are up, Era, at this point. You are just ahead in a hand.
Can I? So I know I'm on my way out. Could I just leave myself as my aura?
Yeah,
My Era
yeah, you
aura?
just become an Era aura that just floats around and that's it.
Perfect.
Suddenly, Era's head just goes, and like fluffy wind just blows around the space he previously occupied.
Just become like Era wind.
He's-
It's now all that's left of Era is a thumbs up.
There's a floating thumb that's just following you around in the room.
Floating like as if you're looking through 3D glasses, blue and red thumb.
All right, so the Aura of Conquest is now active. Anytime you get a success, Era can choose once per round to either give you bonus health, +2 to the next roll made, or disperse one of your overload. It is now Aiden's turn.
Let's see here. I'll go up and see what the hell's going on in this door.
You come around the corner, and then you see a ton of arm and leg creature spider things kind of everywhere.
Are any of them in a row?
Define where the row would be. I mean, not from the doorway. But there's a ton on the ceiling, still preparing to drop.
Okay, I'm going to try to find a good row of them on the ceiling. Well, that might knock them all down.
Possibly.
I'm gonna blast the ceiling with a rune of energy and see how many I can take out.
All right, give me your magical attack roll.
This is the worst pinata.
The worst. Where is
Yeah.
my rune of energy?
Boom! Big hit. Give me magic damage, please.
It's like pinatas built
23. So you
with Nickelodeon slime.
fire into a mass of them, and you see a group of them just explode everywhere. And the ones left on the ceiling, let's see.
That was a lot.
It was a lot of times, yes.
I liked the visceral reaction
All right.
from all of us who saw the number of dice rolled. We're like,
Oh no.
You have knocked all of them down to the ground.
Well, I
Thanks.
guess we're not going in here. And I take a step back from the door.
Wow. Way to walk into the fucking room.
You asked.
I said kill them with fire, not drop them all on our heads. There is a distinct difference.
No, who's already had an action, let's see at the moment, so we're gonna just switch to Crackpaw for now. Crackpaw, you see a bunch of alchemical creatures come all over the place here. You recognize the craftsmanship of the crazed individual known as Herschel McCree.
That it is. Considering they are alchemical creatures, I would like to take an action to study them and see whether some sort of alchemical reaction can be produced in order to, make them, how do you say, explode as their biochemical nature is unbalanced.
Give me a brains roll as you're standing there.
Crap, get there.
With a 13.
18. Yeah,
Alright.
I'll use Crackpaw's own ace this time.
All right, go for it. That is a 19. Okay. So after some of this gore and whatnot, this ichor had been splattered around and you've caught some of it on yourself. You take a look at it, you rub it between your fingertips, you smell it, you add it into a small pouch, and after mixing it with a couple of the chemicals that you have available, basically, if they are mixed with if you have the right mixture of oil, vinegar, and albedo, which just means white, but it's a substance that you typically have created in alchemy, you think you could inject it into them and they might just pop.
Well, you know what? I'll try to do that. I'll try to create a concoction that serves as a sort of plague for them, and I'll try to gather all the ingredients. You said oil. I'm sure body oil will work on somebody. So if anybody's sweating, I'll just snap that out of their foreheads or whatever.
The nearest sweating individual, you either have Nova nearby, or you've got Ulfang, who's currently panting heavily.
Ooh, panting, easier access for it. Strange creature, not from this plane. Probably even an even better or more interesting reaction out of it.
All right, so suddenly, as you're like there breathing heavily and watching all of your allies to protect them, Ulfang, a vial comes up and just scrapes across your tongue.
Why? What?
Dumbass fuckers. Yeah, they're about to pounce on us at any second now.
Who is fucking who?
Focus! Focus!
I am focused. What? Who's fucking who though?
Don't lose focus, he said.
It just sounded like
Focus. He said focus.
Focus!
Okay.
Don't lose the focus!
Anyway, so Crackpot then starts creating this concoction. Give me another.
And you asked about something like white, correct? And
yes.
The only white-ish thing that I can see around is, well, Era's floating thumb. So I'm just going to grab it as well.
Into the tube. Suddenly, Era's thumb is placed in this concoction. You see Crackpaw grab a hold of it, add it into a little mixing vial, and just begin shaking it. It's getting all foamy. So on your next action, you can choose what to do with that. Currently, it's just in a physical state. Getting it into lots of these at once, you could try to figure out, or you could try to figure out a way to inject them. I'm sure you have plenty of needles on you. We move to Z. Hear the sound of combat. You're holding Alice in your hands, and she is in dire need of aid.
fine.
As her hands go limp and fall to her side, you see her lower intestine begin creeping out the hole.
Gross. I'm gonna go out the hole in the wall, and I'm just gonna start screaming for Aiden, like as loud as I possibly can. Aiden! Aiden, help!
All right, you climb out there, start screaming. Aiden, give me an aware roll. You're currently engaged with a bunch of hand spiders. Or
stepped out of the house.
Army spiders.
And you know, we all have extra
That's a
intestine.
critical
You can lose a couple feet
failure.
of intestine and be fine. I'm fine.
Let's ace. Let's just ace.
Go back to being unconscious, Alice.
I'm fine.
You're not fine.
That is
There
a
we go.
19, much better. So you do hear Birch yelling, you hear Z yelling for help. You hear
Z
her
needs
voice
help.
echoing, and that's basically it. So Birch, you stand there, and your foot kicks the gemstone that Aiden left in your hands before he caused that thing and then flew away.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use that bitch. I don't need his help anymore. That's here.
So you go to put Alice down. Give me
Gentle.
an agile roll to be gentle.
Gentle? I feel like that's just ready for me to fuck it up. Dropped her on her head.
That's a 9. That's not great.
Can I use compassion? I'm
Absolutely,
being very,
in
very
this case.
compassionate in this moment.
This is a compassion moment for sure. That is
No.
That is an 11. It's slightly better.
Better.
As you go to put her down, you see her kind of roll to the side, and you see blood.
She's in the recovery position. It's fine. It's fine.
Blood
It's
begins
fine.
like pooling all around her side, and you see like rocks going into her face. And,
I am getting a little chilly.
All right, then you pick up the gemstone, and what
Is
do you
this like a break
do
glass in case of
with it?
emergency situation? Can I decipher how to use it? Can I use brains to try and figure that out?
Give
or
me
magic?
a magical roll.
Okay, I'm not bad at that. I'm not great. 11.
With an 11, you can feel a bunch of aether within it, but you don't know what to do with it.
Snap it like a glow stick?
Give me a strong roll as you go to break the crystal.
I don't know if it's a good... Should I just put it on her? I'm gonna just put it on her first and see if it changes anything, and if not, we'll go with the snap it like a glow stick route.
Wait for me.
So you put it
I
down.
don't know if you're coming.
You're like sitting out there and you like shake this thing and you put it against your ear and you look at it and you smell it. And then you put it on top of her corpse and you step back a little bit.
Okay, could we not refer to me as corpse, please? This is a beloved character of mine. Thank you.
And
Not a
we'll
corpse
return
yet.
to you in a moment. Nova,
Oh, no.
you're surrounded by hand spiders, hand and feet spiders with very sexy ankles. I don't know. Somebody made a mention why they had nice
It
little
was
shaft
Sure,
dancer
that's
legs.
reason
I
that
don't
they
know.
had nice legs.
Whatever it
Uh,
was, I don't know.
Ankle. It's a weird kink, but
We're
that's
learning
fine.
about Ty. It's okay.
You know, yeah. Yeah. What's happening?
It's you in a room full of spider creatures with your friends.
No.
Full of sexy ankle creatures in
Yes.
the room with your friend.
Oh my gosh.
forget that, a very
wish I
important
loved
detail.
them, but I am so distracted by these ankles. My favorite story is of one of Achilles. It's so hot. Okay, let's see. Can I? I'm gonna. I don't know. This is gross. Why do you always put these things here? Your brain is weird. I don't like it. I'll shoot something else. Pride
You'll shoot something else. All right, give me an attack roll as you attack the nearest one
or
to you
prejudice.
again.
Prejudice is one I have.
Prejudice, bang!
Ooh.
Nat 20. You're going to hit, and you can either have this ricochet between a few targets, or you can use it to block off a section that means that the spiders won't be able to get to you from one angle for this round.
You know what? I think I'm okay. I'm gonna multiple shoot because we've kind of got we've got like a full perimeter
All right.
circling here. Nobody's.
So give me your damage roll. On an even, it heads north. On an odd, it heads east, and we'll see what happens from there. Bang! 7 points. This one in front of you takes 14 damage, and you see it just gets shrapnelled and hit by stone and kind of stuck in place and falls over and dies as little segments of the stone break off and fly around. They head to the right, and go ahead and roll damage again. That one causing 6 points of damage and rooting it in place. So this guy is now stuck, entangled in stone, thanks to the weapon that you got from an old friend.
And Nova, take whichever of these is most helpful, either 3 points of healing, plus 2 to your next roll, or 1 dispersal of overload.
I'll take a dispersal of overload.
As
Yeah.
the embottled thumbs up just kind of like
They're like, pop,
waves at
right
you.
back out. Or it's inside the bottle, yeah.
It just kinda
it's like being
waves at
swirled and
you.
you keep turning.
It's sort of like a lava lamp. It's going like woo.
Yeah.
Open up.
100%.
And Nova, you have one action remaining. What do you do with it?
I'm gonna. So it's out there. Everything's. Is that a staircase? That.
Yes, it's a staircase.
Okay, and that. Okay, but it's covered in handsy monsters.
Yes.
Mm. Since another turn is last turn, can I shoot another one using Alice's revolver?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
19.
19.
Not
That is a
tiny.
hit. Give me a damage roll.
Balls.
That is a 5. So you're shooting the same one or a different? It was a different target you were aiming for, right?
Yeah. I
Alright.
was thinking about starting to clear the stairs, so
Alright,
maybe that guy
so
right there.
This guy here.
Yeah.
All right. So that one takes a solid hit. It is not dead, but it is injured.
It's really rude of it not to be dead. Just
Please be dead, enemies. Please be dead. Whoops. From there, we move to Olfang. You are up again.
Kill more. Wait. So many more. I tried to kill the other one, the two over there that appeared.
Okay. So you go moving towards the two over there to the left.
Yes.
You zip over in that direction. And give me your attack roll, please. And that is a 17. You strike the first one, I believe. Yep, 17 to 17. You hit it. Go ahead and roll for damage. Your sword strikes deep and takes a serious blow to that enemy. You have another attack.
I tried to target the head this time.
Nice swing. Used a targeted attack. That would use both of your attacks to do that. Both.
No, I mean, I was just
Okay.
more like...
Just flavor.
Tried the flavor,
Stab
yes.
comes out, and you're going to hit this time. Roll for damage. And 8 more. You crush that one right through the skull. Your sword goes into the floor. You tear back. Bits and pieces of the floorboard just get pulled right out with it. And you have 1 action left.
Attack the other one.
All right. And 8. The opponent gets a 9. So you're not able to hit that one.
Can I run back?
Yes, you can. You run back into that position again, preparing to defend allies if necessary. And let's see, there we go. All right, so here we have you in that position, and it is now Era's turn. Era, from your position inside the bottle. Nat 21 Adventures, thank you for the raid. We are still fighting hand monsters. Yes. Something is happening, so hold on a second.
Yes, they all spontaneously died.
Yes.
That's not what happened.
I
think it is.
So you have
destroy encounter.
a situation, Era,
Yeah.
because you feel yourself becoming whole again, but you're in a bottle. The other you seems to be being pushed out of the space that it is occupying, and you're not sure why.
Cool. Well, Era doesn't want to break a bottle because Era doesn't know what a terrible person this person is. So we'll kind of just try and like out of the bottle.
All right, give me an agile roll.
Great. But I mean, that's gotta be enough considering I'm just a hand, right?
Nope, you're having a hard time of it. So as you are in there and you start growing, you start freaking out because you know you're going to ruin things. This is the future where this stuff doesn't work and the hands go everywhere and you got to try something.
Yeah.
The only thing you can think of is you need to give yourself enough time to make it out of this damn bottle.
Rob got an ace from Barty.
There's an ace from Barty. Give me a magical roll, if you would, Era.
Great.
Okay. Era, you reach down deep. You're like, gosh, I don't want to ruin everything. Not this time. Nope, not today. Nope. So you do the only thing you think you can think of at the moment. And that is, you just break stuff again, just because in this moment you need to make sure that you're out of this bottle. So, unfortunately, Crackpaw, Era pops out of the concoction you're making, so you lose that albedo, and suddenly is standing on the floor in front of you, shaking. And then a wave exudes from him, and the ceiling begins swirling, and you see a light appear above you. It looks like a street, as a matter of fact. You can see that there is like maybe some sort of concrete, something like that, and there's large buildings pointing upside down towards you, and there are figures that begin falling in this direction. And as they're falling into this room, realizing that you need assistance, if you would please, Argonaut, what do you say to Buckler as you are falling from the sky? You seem to be falling upwards, and there's a large room filled with hand spiders everywhere.
Wait, what? Oh shit!
Is this how?
So much for me to not spoil this.
Is this how the virtual reality things are supposed to work? This doesn't seem like a practical use of technology.
We fell to this thing from. Wait, what were we? What just happened?
You're falling upward into the sky, and then suddenly everything flips around, and you find yourself in a mansion. As you slam into the floor, you see a bunch of handly spiders all around you, attacking some innocent dog creature? a rat creature and a pretty lady and a strange-looking man in a suit that seems to be followed by shadows.
There has to be a logical explanation for this. So I think if we just sit for a second and think about this.
At that moment, Buckler, as you say that, one of these hand spiders launches itself at your face.
More than this.
Just not even, just like,
don't touch my brother!
Reaction.
All right, so you swing your arm up at the same time as Argonaut stabs in. Give me a d20 roll from both of you.
Which supervillain? Which supervillain's villainy could this be? Let's just go through all the ones we fought so far, and all the ones also Mom and Dad fights. Who would make spider creatures?
There's two. We've encountered two supervillains.
Well, also 3 semi-villains and 4 villains in training that goes to the same high school like with us.
So as Argonaut turns casually and Buckler brings up his arm with his shield on it, Argonaut's blade just shink stabs this thing right through the face, and it falls to the ground without another notice. You don't quite hit it with your shield, but of course, you know your brother's fast, so...
Man, there seems to be some kind of latency in this simulation. I'm not a...
It feels pretty real. Also, who are they? Are they friends or foes? Also, that
Hello, non-player characters. How can we assist you in this scenario? What's our objective?
As Buckler talks to you like your video game character.
Are we playing a game? Wait, if we're playing a game...
Each of you...
Kill the things?
Oh yeah, and afterwards kill the things.
How?
Blood first,
all right.
That things later.
And that scene fades. We'll come back to it next time. As we pop back over to the manor, all of these creepy little critters kind of swarming around, heading towards each and every one of you. And Era, as you're standing there looking at them and freaking out, suddenly you feel yourself slipping sideways as you are kind of just shunted from the area. And moments later, as Era disappears, and you're all standing there staring at these creatures walking towards you. Cal, you turn, you're next to Henry, and out of the large room with the dragon, Era walks back out. Era, it took them so long to get to you. You can't believe that it is. I mean, of course it did. Of course it did.
I understand that there's a lot of stuff going on, but we're kind of trying to fix time here. Can we move along? I mean, come on, a little pep in the step would be great.
Era, do you instantaneously just switch phases? Or you now in your emo phase? What happened?
Don't act like this is a new thing. Come keep up here. Let's get it moving.
I like
to turn into tar.
Era's Era has a strange combat pan strapped to his back.
Hi, Raiders. Thank you for the raid.
Hello, Raiders. Thank you for popping in. So,
combat pack?
A combat pan that seems to have spikes attached to it.
Oh, pan. I was hearing pants.
I kind of...
Combat pants.
So like a cooking pan, a frying pan? Is that what I'm hearing?
As reality continues to fragment and break down, we see the Zephyr flying overhead, checking in with the captain at this point in time. Cal, are you all right? Just checking in here. Just making sure everybody's doing well.
We're doing relatively fine, Is combat. A couple of us getting really hurt. Usual land voyage.
Usual land voyage. We kind of have a problem, so, I mean, we might be out of range for just a little while. There's some sort of... And you hear, this screeching noise, and you hear a bunch of, shattering pots and pans, and someone, shouting and laughing in the distance.
What is happening?
We seem to have gotten a new friend, or a couple of friends, actually, and they're stop, put it down.
What do they look like?
And if you would please, Nora and Bubbles, tell us what you are breaking aboard the ship.
All of it. No, the food trash. I assume there's plenty of it. They are thoroughly in the kitchen, just ripping open, cabinets, like pulling open food, downing it, and chucking the garbage behind. Nora's like chucking it back, and Bubelis is just grabbing it and like organizing the trash as he would into shiny and not so shiny.
And as that is being messed up, Muriel just sends back, everything is, it's so gross! Everything's covered in garbage! She seems to have magic related to garbage! We need someone to help us clean up this mess!
Magic related
We know
to
the guy.
garbage. That makes no sense. That's not how magic works. I think you just go on. It's probably an illusion of some kind. Just like wave your hand in it and it will go. Disappear.
And
just go like this.
With that nonsense, tonight's episode comes to a
With
close.
that nonsense, Anna is OUT.
Hannah's
Too
like,
much.
too much!
Not
I'm out!
even.
That's it!
Not
That's
true.
all it was! Just out! That was everything! So, yes.
Gone the bridge
That,
too far.
that is the estranged situation. Will Alice McCree survive this event?
Uh-oh.
She's always had lots of guts.
That's
They're
rid-
spilling out
That's
now.
ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Will our crew make it through all of these nasty creatures that have spread so virulently everywhere? Of course, they've been through a lot, and now they have a few super-powered allies coming to assist. Will we actually be able to play all of these characters at once next time here on Wraith? And what the hell is happening? So, all this and more next time. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. All of you Raiders out there, we appreciate you greatly. Like most other RPers at this point in time, this is like the end of the night for a lot of us, but we will try to send you on right out there into the world to continue sharing the love with another group as soon as we have one of those. We're going to go around the table. We're going to say our hellos, say who we are's, and share information about ourselves, and then provide what your thoughts are about tonight's episode as well. We continue around the table at random as usual, this time starting with Strat, because you're in Birch's position. You're in Anna's position.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here. I play as Birch, and you'll know me. I'm sure you'll be glad to be with us the coming week. But on the other hand, if you don't want to see my interpretation of Birch for any reason, maybe you'll like me a little bit more as Nohu, the intrepid adventurer. And I just can't wait for Ty to actually throw yet another 3-year-old character that I completely forgot about and have to come up with or remember how it sounded like or what was his deal in a fraction of a second. So really, if Sinan looked like a deer in front of a headlights, then he's just giving the better performance of just about everybody else caught in that moment.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing the shock on faces. It's fun. So we'll move from there to Sinan. You're up next.
Hello, everyone. Sinan, wow, that was shocking. Just favorite part of the game again. Sorry, I'm still trying to recover from the shock. So.
Yes, of course.
It's just favorite part of the game as we usually do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, I was not expecting to play the Argonaut again. That was interesting. I don't think I can play him with all these other things because the only thing he does is just be a golden retriever that likes everyone and then gets buttered after being insulted a little bit. Yeah. I mean, if we're showing up with the trash wizard and an Argonaut and Buckler, I'm now
Druid.
Trash druid. Sorry, I'm now afraid of what else can come because now I feel like you probably have even more under your belt. If I'm gonna start playing my weird Antichrist that
at that point, I'm like, holy shit, this is getting crazy, too crazy. But yeah, that was interesting. I'm sorry. I still recovering from shock, so words hard now.
All right, we'll move along from there to Shannon.
What kind of weird order are we going in? Yeah, Shannon, and I'm here, and you can find. I don't think I have. There aren't any other characters that I feel fairly safe unless you're gonna bring in like old characters. But I never did voices until we started streaming, so I don't.
I mean,
worry.
maybe you'll just have to make up what they sound like now.
What they sound like now?
I mean, now, like on the spot now, because
If they sound like me, because I didn't do voices back then.
I know.
Okay. So that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite part, I don't know. I just the sheer like silliness of misheard words was fun. The pants and the fuckers or whatever it was.
Don't lose focus.
How could it be? My intonation is exactly perfect.
Yeah. Well, and like I can't even do that. So all of that.
Your Henry voice is brilliant.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, no, it was super fun. It's been a while since we all played, and I am glad to hang out with everybody. And the whole thing was my favorite, and I'm glad that it didn't feel quite so rushed this time. So we apparently passed the point of where you needed to push us past to get to wherever it is you want us to go.
Well, part of it. We're continuing.
Mm.
We move beyond there to Anna.
Hello. My computer black screened, but I could hear everyone, which was weird. It was a weird situation that occurred. That was fun. It took me, as soon as Ty was like, hey, do you have the art for Masks game? I'm like, I do. And then immediately had to be like, I can't tell Rob. Fuck. That was really hard, and everyone should be proud of me because I kept a secret for longer than a week.
Good job.
Thank
I
you.
understand
It's really hard. My favorite part was how fucking badass Bubelis looks like now. He looks like he could fuck someone up, which is great. Because when he was originally made, he was fat and just cuddly, and now he looks like he can shank a hoe, which is great.
And so I said when Ty showed me the picture, I was like, well, now it looks more like Rocket when before it was like Nico.
Listen,
so.
Yeah.
Bubbles had a wish, and now
Yep.
he's out for blood.
I gave him red eyes this
Bubbles
time,
had a
too.
wish.
Bubbles
His wish was
his
just-
ultimate cosmic power.
If you remember, the original design idea for Bubbles was that to Nora, Bubbles looked cute and adorable, but to
And
everybody
he was
else, it
super
was a
rabid and horrible
rabid,
to everyone else,
horrible, mangy raccoon. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was fun. Also, I think you threw many of us for a loop when you're like, Nora! I immediately thought Nora was going to show up on stream. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw the art and I'm like, oh, that's me. So that threw me off. Threw me for a loop.
Yes.
Forgot I named her that.
Yes, that was.
Yeah, we were trying to remember the other day, and I was like, Nora? No, it can't be Nora. And then, because Nora. But then, no, it was
But
Nora.
no, it was Nora. I found the actual old,
Yeah.
banner art that we used for it. I lost so much art in the separation that I've had to kind of either recreate from memory or from, finding little bits and pieces of things. But Shannon helped us because a lot of it got sent to her a long time ago.
I also fully agree that I am terrified now that the random trash druid I played in a one-shot very long ago has shown up, that it could be literally anything else. I've done too much to not be afraid. It's really where this comes from.
It's fine. It's fine. And we'll move on from there.
My personal favorite one shot, but that's.
Move on from there to Rob.
Listen, I'm excited for my random character that I played in one shot that Ty doesn't even know about to show up. He just pulls it out of the ether. Yeah, I'm Rob, also known as Era and Dark Emo Era, and now Bunkler. So yeah, having a great time. Really enjoying having the one person that kind of vibes on the same chaotic level as Era being getting that level with Shannon. Just
Yeah.
so good. Who knows? All it took was breaking time for Aaron to find someone who feels like, okay, they seem to they get me, like they understand.
Penelope feels same.
So yeah.
It's nice to be seen.
Truly.
That was some good scenes there. Some good moments between everybody. Steven, you're up.
Hey everyone, I'm Steven, LTV Devil. I play Aiden, and I play Darian, and I thought I was safe because the only other characters I've ever played were one-shots. Now I'm worried.
There were
But I
some
guess-
questions Ty was asking me the other day about something or other that now makes sense.
Uh-oh. I'm trying to think of who the hell. But we'll see. Tonight, fun events. 3 of us deciding to just go through the fucking wall instead of using a door. That took several rounds. And then, I guess, the strangulation of Abraxas of finally shutting up. Personally, for my character, rather enjoyed that. And yeah, I am just excited to see where this chaos goes because it's getting more and more fun by the episode and more crazy. And pretty soon I feel like we're all going to be doing 20 different voices and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So
I've got to draw a line somewhere. So just so you know, there will be a point when everybody's safe from additional surprises related to characters showing up.
10 characters each.
Yeah.
10 characters each.
Like, where's the
Make
line?
it a dozen.
You know, there were times in the previous seasons where people had to play like 2 or 3 characters at the same time, and I just wanted to top that. I wanted to give you all that experience. But yeah, soon you're gonna have to go in different directions with all of
We
your
have to
characters.
decide who lives and who dies of the other characters.
you will have some things to do, and you can't be there all at the same time, unfortunately. So having some teams is going to be important for that. I'd rather do that than separate everybody out into, Anyway, that's enough of that.
Steel Team 6.
Steel Team 6. Yep. So thank you very much for watching tonight. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I know it's a bit confusing, and for new viewers out there, go watch some of our craziest backlog, some of the other things that we've done. You can check it out on YouTube, as a matter of fact, as well as the VODs we have here on the channel. And you can see some references to some of these archaic and lost stories that are now making a bit of a return, and see more in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.